What's going on, y'all? Sorry, I freaking thought I heard something. It was driving me nuts. My bad. How's everybody doing today? I think it's just the dogs barking in the backyard. I think that's all it is. Jump starter, what's going on? How you doing? Amy, Alan, Taro, Ogden, Whiskey, Luca. I'm the problem. Ryan, I saw you over there. Tracy, how you guys doing? Denzel, doing good today, brother. How about yourself, man? How did that easy? I never thought the Colts were an easy dub. They are the best team in the AFC right now, at least by record. I never thought they were an easy dub. But if we can get Joe Alt back this week, then if we can get Joe Alt back this week on a short week with no running backs, then 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 maybe we can survive into a survive Thursday. And by Thursday, I mean survive. Scary. Taurus, what's going on? Someone say Heathen's in here. What's going on, Heathen? Oh, yeah, you just got lucky in fantasy. That's all it is. Your team is ass. To be completely honest, your team is ass and my team is ass. So it's like, whatever. I think that was more of the somebody had to win scenario going on there. I think we both just suck and but what do I know? I was out Lamar Jackson. Apparently, I was out Kittle. Didn't even know that. Didn't think I was. Let's see if I can play with this thing a little bit. Well, what's going on, everybody? How you guys doing? What is that? Actually, hold on. Let me see what that does. I'm playing around with stuff. For the few of you that can see it, I got a little chatter here. Hi, Jamie. No, I did stream on Twitch and then I stopped and now I guess I'm back for a little bit. So we'll see how this goes. We'll see how this goes. We're just kind of hanging out. Trying to get some little setting stuff. Trying to get some setting stuff going. Yeah, Rosa, I'm over here. I'm over there too. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Okay, I'm not counting on it, but we'll see. How do you guys like for the ones of you can see it? How do you like that? Kind of playing around with it. Yeah, I figured y'all might like to see the chaos over there. I figured you guys might like to see the chaos a bit. I'm trying to get it a different color so you guys can see it a little better. Can you guys see it okay though? It's not distracting. I could take it or leave it. All right. I'm cool with all of those. It's cool. No one has said I hate it. That's okay. Half of y'all can see it, half of y'all can't. Really, it's just a whole bunch of it's like a chat viewer. You're not missing anything. Okay? You're not missing anything. All right. It's just a chat viewer, so you can see a different chats from across it. If you just said I don't like the chaos, that's what I was afraid of. I was afraid it was gonna be too chaotic, but we're gonna try it for the live, see how we like it. If we hate it afterwards, then we can move on. You know what I'm saying? Just try something new. Guys, it's nothing crazy, okay? It's nothing crazy. All right? I promise you, you're not missing anything. Rosa likes it. Perfect. All right, welcome on in, everybody. Yeah, it's trust me, y'all. There's nothing to be like, oh my god, I feel left out. Like, it's just the chat. It's all it is. The chat is on the screen with me. So you're not missing anything. I promise you. Trust me. No matter which format you're in, you are seeing some form of chat already. So you're fine. I promise you. So you're not missing anything. Okay. I think it's cool. So like in 2 of my lives, including the purple app, it's very calm. There's not very many people there because I don't go on there very often, right? So now they get to see the craziness that they're not in. Hey Shay, hey Ognay, Chester, how you guys doing? VJ. I hope you're not betting anything. I don't bet the Chargers. RY upgrades. Oh, you like it? Artismo. Yeah, it's a different vibe. It is a very Woo-saw vibe. So, it just depends on what you like. Some people feed on the chaos. Okay, some people feed on the chaos. They love it. All right. Some people feed on it. Some people aren't fans. It just depends. They thrive in the chaos. Ha 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 ha. Was born into the darkness, molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man. Oh, well, goodness gracious. So, for the people on the TikTokies, okay, I have to restart over there because I don't have, for some reason, it didn't give me guest access. It has all my guest access shut down. So I have to restart over there. So give me like 2 minutes. I'm going to restart it and I've been having problems with it all day. So I got to restart it, see if I can give it another shot. All right. But that's why we start a little early. So I'll be right back. See you guys in a minute. Bye. TS Tim, I've been actually on here for a while. I was streaming on here for a while and then I left, and this is my first day back in probably a few weeks because I had some issues with it. But I'm back again starting today. Until I get tired of it and annoyed again. Then we'll see what happens. uh, yeah, I actually saw a couple bands that I listened to actually saying they were pulling their music off of Spotify because of ice ads. And I thought that was really awesome. I thought that was really awesome. It actually made me listen to a few bands that I hadn't listened to in a while. Funny enough. Yeah. It made me listen to a few bands that I hadn't listened to in a while. All right, I need that out of my face though. Alert box. I need that. Let's put that down here. Yeah, let's get that out of my face. So, yeah, sorry, I'm just getting restarted in one spot. Yeah, like so one of the bands I listened to, like I hadn't listened to in a long time, was a Thursday. The band's name was Thursday. Well, the band's name still is Thursday. So anyways, I hadn't listened to them in a while, and they posted saying they were pulling all their music off of Spotify due to the ice ads. And I was like, guess who I'm going to be listening to now? Some more Thursday. I haven't listened to them in a while. So, by the way, I'm hearing a lot of dinging going off. So I feel like I have some thank yous to send to some people very, very quickly. I feel like I have some definite thank yous to send out to some people very, very quickly. Can we get big W's in the chat for CJ with the 5 gifted memberships and Feisty with the 10 gifted memberships to start the live out? Big W chat for 15 gifted between C and Feisty to start the live. I don't know how many people I even have in my landscape. I have less than 100 people in that specific live right now. And just 15 of them just became new members. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that great? Big W's in the chat for that. Big W's in the chat for CJ and for Feisty. Started off. All those dingings you're hearing, all of those are somebody else getting a membership. That's it. Every single one of those little bring, that's somebody else getting a membership. Oh, that's not going to work though. There we go. Let's put that up there. So CJ and Feisty, big W's. That's absolutely freaking amazing. I'm going to flash both of those back up there again. Someone says you can block the ice ads on YouTube. Can I do it? Or do y'all have to do it? Because if I can do it, I will gladly block those ads from showing up. I will gladly do that. I'll gladly do that. Yeah, Velvet, I agree. I actually did. I saw an ad today too, which was wild. I saw an ad today. Or it's wild. It's like, I don't remember what the exact stat was, but it was something like 3 out of every 4 people that are signing up to join ICE can't pass the basic ICE fitness test. Like it's the full on gravy seals, dude. That is literally what we're dealing with. Like the actual, they took our jobs, tyrannical government people, like those people that we made fun of. Those are the exact people joining ICE. And I'm not even joking. Straight up, Meal Team 6, bro. The green buffets. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Those are the people that are joining ICE. Can you... Hold on, where's that? I know. There you go. Oh, no. Sorry, that's not what I meant to click on. There it is, right there. No, if you get a drink, if you even go to Wendy's and even get a drink with ice on it, you're that's it. You're done. We kick you out immediately. All right. Just go. Go on now, get. Someone said I shouldn't be giving buffets the freaking bad, dude. It is the literal people that said that they were going to be the ones to go against like the war against the government with. That's why they need their AR-15s. It's those exact people. All right. That's the exact people that are doing that. All right. Whiskey. Oh, say that's your problem. All right. That's your problem. Is just don't need ice for it. Okay. By the way, I need to figure out what the heck I need to limit on my chat bot for YouTube. I was meant to do that yesterday. There's certain. I'm gonna turn this off. I'm gonna turn this off for a second. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna turn this off for a second. We'll see how the live goes. Yeah, just drink it straight. Man up, bro. Let's go. Like, no, I'm just like, I'm on the ice, on the rocks too, but I'm on the rocks too. So don't even think for a second. I'm judging. Like, don't even think for a second. Put a little hair on your chest. So my dad used to tell me about hot sauce. He used to tell me like, he always used to tell me like, you gotta eat the hot sauce. It'll put some hair on your chest, bro. I am almost 40. I still don't, and I eat this like some of the spiciest hot sauce known to man. Okay, like I eat it as hot, like hot, and like still no hairs. All right. So still no hairs. Like none. I'm still waiting for those hairs to pop up. Okay. There might be like 4. All right. There might be like 4. I'm still waiting for him to show up. All I can think about, y'all ever watch The Other Guys, which is like one of my favorite movies, by the way. If you ever watch The Other Guys, where he's sitting on the couch, I'm gonna open up the phone lines in the guest box after we talk about this. I'm going to get this thing going. Like on like the where he's like, I know you see all the hair on my face, so you probably think I'm just hairy all over, but no. Shaved. Alan! You come back here and have sex with my wife. You guys don't know that scene I'm talking about? My wife's name is Christineth. You come into my house, you say her name right. Alan. I can watch that movie so many times. Gator needs his gat. Huge W's. I want to see the chat light up one more time for Feisty with 5 more gifted subs. We have just started this thing out with, or gifted memberships. We have just started this thing out with 20 gifted memberships. Can we get huge W's in the chat for Feisty? Starting this thing out. Huge W's in the chat for Feisty. Thank you so much, Feisty. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. That is absolutely huge. I really, really appreciate that. And an extra big W's in the chat if you're one of those people who just got one of those gifted memberships. Even more important. And again, it was in the same format. I'm telling you, the landscape over there on the YTs, man. That landscape live is where the peoples are at. That's where the folks are at. It's where the peoples are at. Thank you guys so much, Feisty. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right. Let me do this. And then let's talk to some people, huh? Isn't that what we do here? We talk to some people? Isn't that what we do here? We talk to some people? Let's talk to some people, huh? Let's get this thing going. Let's get this thing moving. Huh? Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. All right. Let us... I don't know. What do you think? Should we take someone from TikTok? Should we try it? We haven't done that in a while. Let's do it. Let's take one. Let's see what's up. Let's give it a shot. Hello, how are you?
I'm good.
Awesome. How old are you?
19.
Oh, God.
The reason why I support
no, shh. Thank you. So, there's a new rule on the live as of yesterday, and for you guys that are new here, you guys know the rule, okay? So, you're 19 years old. What year were you born?
2006.
All right, awesome. So, do you still live at home with mom and dad, or do you live, like, out on your own?
I live in college.
You live in college. Okay. While you're out there in college, thank you so much for the sub, Tim, STS Tim. I appreciate that. While you're out in college, do you pay for it or does mom and dad pay for it?
Mom and dad.
Okay. So the new rule on the live is no 19-year-olds that don't pay their own bills.
Why?
Huh? I don't know. That's just the rule that we have now. That's the new rule. We made it last night. Yeah. I guess the reason is that we figure like, hey, I think you actually have to be like part of the world and living in it, right? In order to actually have a discussion on what's going on in it. You know what I'm saying? And right now, dude, life is amazing. I wish my parents still paid my bills and I got to just, and I was back. That would be great. That'd be an awesome life. I would have no complaints. I honestly wouldn't be wasting even a Tuesday night talking to me about it. Shouldn't you be like just being happy someplace?
No, I like to philosophically debate abortion.
Okay, well then go philosophically debate it with another college person that also doesn't live in the real world.
So you are scared and you are dodging me, okay?
Yeah, and see the scared and dodging thing is the immaturity, which is why I don't talk to people like you. Okay, so thank you for proving my decision right immediately. All right?
So you are dodging me.
All right, bye-bye now. Okay, we're going to open up these phone lines, get this thing going. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Hey, guys. Yeah, go study. Yeah, you just want to, yeah, exactly. He's a debate bro. I don't want to talk to no debate bros. Grow up. Go pay a bill. Go. Never mind. I can't say what I was gonna say. I can't say what I was gonna say. I'll keep my mouth shut. All right. Hello. How are you?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. How old are you?
30.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Hell yeah.
That's a weird response.
He's sending the military into our streets.
That's a weird
giving
response.
tax breaks to billionaires, threatening war with Venezuela.
Oh.
I mean, come on, man.
So you're just
That's not
trolling.
Yes, I love you so much. You're doing God's work.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that, but I do like it.
I couldn't help myself from trolling. Again, keep up the good work. Catch you later, bud.
Later, man. All right, we're gonna keep this thing moving. Move on to the next caller. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Hell yeah, brother. That first, like, hell yeah, I love him. I'll tell you, like, initially when he said that, I was like, that sounds accurate. That does sound like a lot of them, that call me. That is true. Hello, how are you?
Hey, how's it going, man?
It's going great. How old are you?
28.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
I do.
Awesome. Well, I mean, not really awesome. Actually, kind of like the opposite of awesome. I mean, it's awesome that you support Trump for me to have a conversation with you, but as just like an American, not really awesome. So I guess we'll put it that way. But anyways, so yeah, well, obviously you don't because you're still doing it. But regardless, so how do you feel about Donald Trump like tearing down the White House today?
Isn't he doing that to expand was it the East Wing or the West Wing?
Well, he's taking down the East Wing. He's destroying the East Wing.
Right, but he's gonna add a additional ballroom.
And what makes you think that he has the right to do that?
I mean, unless you have evidence to the contrary, I don't see why he wouldn't.
I do. The White House doesn't belong to the president. It belongs to the people. And so, any modifications to the White House has to go through Congress because Congress is the representation of the people because of the constitutional republic that we live in. So
is there a statute that says that?
Is there a statute that says that? Yeah, there's tons of stuff that says that.
Can you demonstrate it?
I probably could, but I'm not really worried about that. I think you're more worried about whether he can, and I'm worried about whether he should.
Well, it was your claim.
No, my claim was, do you think he should be doing it?
And my answer is I have no reason to believe he doesn't.
He doesn't what?
He shouldn't be, rather. He shouldn't be.
So you don't care about the history or anything that we actually have in this country, like things like the White House who have been around, like staples, like, things that should live on throughout history of the United States in order to preserve the history that we have in this country. You don't believe that any of that is valid?
Paulie, I've listened to you a few times. You're a pretty smart guy. I think you can agree that was just a huge jump, conclusions and putting words in my mouth. Did I say anything remotely like that?
Sir,
come on, be good faith.
Sir,
be good faith.
Sir, okay, I'll be good faith and just hang up on you. Okay, really, I don't care. Okay.
How is that good faith?
Hey, pay attention. I'm not in the fucking mood today. Okay.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Cool. So, all right. I'm asking what you think about the president unilaterally and on his own, without the representation of the people, taking down American history. Okay. What do you think about that?
Well, I don't think it's accurate to say he's taking down American history. The White House has been constructed before. Additions have been made before by many presidents, and unless you can demonstrate that he doesn't have the authority to do it, I have no reason to believe he doesn't.
Yeah,
you're using abstract concepts like
again,
the people.
I'm not asking if he can. I'm asking if he should.
Sort of legal authority.
I'm asking if he should. Are you confused? Are you confused here? Do you think this argument is about? Do you think that this conversation is about whether he legally can do it? Because I don't really care about whether he legally, sir. I don't care whether he can legally, sir. I don't care whether he can legally do it because Donald Trump doesn't give a fuck whether he can legally do it because Donald Trump hasn't given a shit about anything that he's legally tried to do since he's been president. Okay,
I'll answer your question directly. Yeah, I have no problem with him doing it if it's gonna end up making the White House better for future presidents. I have no problem with it at all. Why would I?
Because it destroys history, which is why I brought that up, and then you started whining.
But how does it destroy history? I mean, if he's just, remodeling a portion of it, don't you agree that presidents in the past have done things like that?
Yes, they've all done it with congressional approval.
Sometimes to build, you have to tear down.
They've done that all with congressional approval.
Okay, so that's my point, is that you're kind of getting into a legal authority argument. So
No, I'm
unless
not.
you can demonstrate,
I was
yeah,
just making
well,
I was
then
just making a
what's
statement.
your point of that?
I was just making a
Well,
statement.
that statement. Okay, well, we could debate that statement if you want. I don't have any reason to believe it's evidence that he has to have congressional authority. But if you want to, find support for that, I'd be willing to hear you out. But again, without demonstrating that.
All right. It sounds like you're
I'm
just
not
trying to
concerned.
debate something, and I'm just trying to have a conversation. So I don't really know what we're
I
doing
feel
here.
like we're having a conversation. I
No,
don't
we're
know
not.
why
It sounds
you
like
think
you're
we're
just trying to debate something, and I don't really want to debate anything.
Well,
with you.
it sounds like you're upset that I'm not taking your word for something.
You're taking my word for it? For making my word for what?
For that the president has to have congressional authority.
No, I didn't say that the president had to have congressional authority. You
No, you
said, has
implied it,
every
though.
other president done it? And I said, yes, with congressional authority.
Okay, so therefore the problem would be that he doesn't have congressional authority. Is that right?
What?
Your problem would be he doesn't have
I don't
congressional
have a problem.
authority.
I never
Yes
even
or
said I
no?
had a problem with it.
Okay, then we're on the same page.
No, we're not. Because you just won't answer a simple
Why not?
question.
I've answered every single one of your questions directly.
No, you
to the
haven't.
letter.
You've been trying to
Which
make an
ones haven't
argument
I
out of
answered?
it. You've been
Which
trying
ones
to make an
haven't I
argument.
answered?
You haven't answered anything. You just tried to make an argument out of it.
Tell me one question I haven't answered for you. Go ahead.
What?
Tell me one question I haven't.
I don't know. I
answered
wasn't
for
paying
you.
that much attention to it.
Exactly. You probably weren't.
No, I definitely wasn't. That's why I said it.
I believe you. It's very evident you haven't been paying attention to this conversation.
No, because it's boring and annoying.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is when you get twisted and turned. I bet you do think it's annoying.
Okay. Well, see, that statement alone shows that you're not here to have a conversation. You're here to try to debate
I've been
me.
trying to have a conversation with you the whole time. I've answered every single question. You haven't demonstrated how I haven't.
Okay. Cool.
Great. Now, do we want to talk about anything else, or
No, I don't want to talk about anything with you now.
I bet you don't. I really bet you don't.
Yes,
that's what you
again,
guys
sir.
do.
That's
You
why
get
I said it.
crisscrossed applesauce.
And that's exactly why I said it. Yeah. That's exactly why I said that I didn't want to do it, is because I don't want to do it. Okay. What do you want to talk about?
What did I want to talk about? Well, you asked me.
No one cares. Anyways, phone lines are back open. Let's keep this thing going. Really appreciate that. Thank you guys so much for being here. Hello, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Doing great.
That's good. You had a live going on and you were asking why people support Trump?
Oh, do you support Trump?
I do.
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 52.
So you're 52 and you support Trump. That's strange.
Mhm.
Why do you do that?
Because why is it strange?
I'm sorry, I asked you a question first. If you'd like me to respond afterwards, I'm more than happy to do that.
Okay, I can answer your question. Why do I do that? Because I can tell when a person is genuine, and I just look at what he's trying to do.
Genuine,
for
like riding
America.
pony? Like pony?
I'm sorry?
Genuine, like, come on in, let's do it. Riding.
Ride it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, genuine. Not that kind of genuine, but genuine as in he is a genuine person. What he does, he's doing it trying to make things better. He's not doing it trying to make things worse. Genuine as in he's trying to make things good for people. He's trying to make America better.
How?
And that's why I support him. How?
How?
How isn't he? I mean,
How isn't he?
well,
Unemployment's up. Freaking cost of living is up. The government is completely shut down right now, and he's sending $40 billion to Argentina. He's freaking making an entire freaking peace board with the Middle East instead of fixing the problems in the United States. How is he trying to make anything better?
Well, a lot of the problems that are existing in the United States are existing because of prior administration and how things were handled with them. They're not actually problems that they're not actually problems that he caused. And he has been slowly fixing those problems.
What has he fixed and made better?
That's how. what hasn't he fixed? He's
Again,
as
I just
far
gave
as
you like
you
four
said,
examples. Actually, I literally in the
you-
last sentence just said four things that he hasn't fixed and made worse.
well, you said unemployment is up, okay? But why is unemployment up?
Because of the
Unemployment is up
instability in the market
because
due to Donald Trump's tariffs.
no, that's not it.
Yes, it is.
That's not why that's not why unemployment is up. You have to look at why there were jobs before, prior to the unemployment being up. Okay, so
That's not even an English sentence. Ma'am, you're saying he's making things better. Okay. What has he made
Yeah.
better?
Well, what hasn't he made better?
I
He
just
made a
said the
lot of
unemployment
things
rate. He
better.
hasn't made the unemployment rate better. There's one. So you tell me what he
You don't
has
have
made
to-
better.
You don't have to yell.
And you don't
first
have
of
to
all.
just sit there and try to freaking gaslight me. Answer the question. What has he made better?
What? You don't have to yell. We can talk.
You're right. I don't
Without
have
you
to. I
yelling.
choose to. Okay?
Yeah.
There's no one forcing me to do it.
Yeah.
I am doing it on my own accord. Okay?
Mhm.
And I'm not yelling.
Yeah.
Sorry your fifis are hurt. Answer the question. What
No,
has
my
he
feelings
made
aren't-
better?
You could not hurt my feelings.
Really?
I'm
It sounds
secure
like
in
it.
Who I am. No.
Okay.
It's about respect.
Yes, it
not
is about respect. And
feelings
part of
being hurt.
respect is when I've
Yeah.
asked you a question 3 times and you refuse to answer it, you've lost my respect. The question
what? You need
was,
to-
the question is,
you need
what,
to learn how to talk to
and
people.
you need to learn how to actually have an
You-
adult conversation with someone. What has he made better? It is the most simple of question. 3 different times you have made a claim that Donald Trump is making everything better. I am asking you to name one thing, one singular thing that he's made better so that we can talk about it. And you're refusing to answer the question. Please name me one thing that
you're
Donald Trump has
refusing
made
to-
better.
You're refusing to give me an opportunity to answer the question, and you don't get to talk to me.
All right. Well,
like
here's
that.
your
If you wanna have
opportunity.
a
You are wide
conversation-
open. Name one thing that he's made better.
If you want to have a conversation with me,
I don't at this point, to
need
be
to
completely
learn-
fucking honest with you. You're actually being quite fucking annoying. Answer the question.
and you're a psycho.
And you're a crybaby. Kind of sad for somebody in their 50s.
No, I'm not a cry. I'm not a crybaby. You're a psycho.
Okay, cool. Well, if you can't answer the question and you're not going to engage in this conversation, then there's literally no point in you being here.
There is no conversation because you're.
You're right,
psycho.
because you're refusing
People
to
can't-
engage in it.
People can't have conversations with psychos.
Oh, okay.
because psychos are
What
in
makes
their
me a
own
psycho?
world.
Maybe you can answer that question.
Well, what is not making you a
See,
psycho
you
right
can't even
now?
answer that question. You can't even answer that
Well,
question.
I just answered
This is
the
her.
question.
This is
You-
her answer
you
to
are a
every question.
psycho.
Her answer to every question is, well, what's not the answer to that question? That's her answer to.
No,
why do you
that's-
like McDonald's?
that's not my
Well,
answer.
why doesn't everyone like McDonald's? Why do you like strawberry ice cream? Why don't you like strawberry ice cream?
What makes you a psycho?
Do you
Okay,
like
you want
any?
me to answer that?
Do you have an
You want
ability
me
to answer any
that?
type of
Do
question
you want me
whatsoever?
to answer the question?
I want you to answer
Why are
what's
you
one
a
thing Donald Trump
psycho?
has done right or done that's actually been helpful. Because to be completely fucking honest with you, I don't think you actually have an answer to the question, which is why you're refusing to answer it. I don't
No,
think that
that's
you
not
have the
true.
ability
I have-
to name one singular thing
See,
that
yeah,
Donald
that's
Trump
what
has
I'm
made
talking
better,
about. You're
which
a
is
psycho.
why you
don't
refuse
want
to
me
answer the question.
You don't want me to answer the question.
Mm,
That's
okay.
why you keep yelling, cutting me off.
You should try
and
crying about
acting
it. Maybe
like a
that'll help.
psycho. I doubt that you could ever, in any type of universe.
All right, ma'am. Well, I'm here to
cause
have
me to
political
cry.
conversations with people that want to have political conversations. And since you've shown
No,
zero
you're
will
not.
to actually have this political
You're
conversation,
not-
I'm
you're
gonna
not-
move
you're
on to
there
an adult. Sound
yell
good?
at people.
Hey,
and
you're muted. No one else can hear you. Okay. And since you don't want to engage in any type of political conversation, all right. So have whatever day you deserve. Okay.
You're clearly not sane.
All right, ma'am. Well, you continue. Why don't you
You-
go tell
you
that
need
to
to
your
go
life
take
alert? Okay.
whatever-
Bye.
Whatever.
All right, we're going to keep this thing moving on to the next caller. I really appreciate you guys. Make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Hello, how are you?
Hello?
Hi, how are you?
Well, you continue. Why don't you go tell
Hey,
that
turn
to-
off.
Oh, this must be the wrong.
No, it was the right one. You just need to turn off the background noise so that I can hear you and not myself. Hello, how are you?
Hi, hello.
Hi, how old are you?
Hola, amigo.
What?
How are you?
I'm
Hola.
great. How old are you?
I am 15, my kid.
All right. Well, you got to go. Man, is it a full moon tonight or something? Must be a full moon tonight.
Insane.
You got the weirdos out tonight, man. Hello, how are you?
Hello, how's it going?
It's going great. How old are you?
I'm 24.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
I do.
Awesome. Maybe you can actually answer the question of, oh, so excellent. Click the wrong button. Maybe you can answer the question of why. That seems to be the difficult question for people to answer today.
Yeah, I sound like the last lady was kind of having a hard time. I guess, well, I saw somebody comment in the stream saying that he took trans people out of women's sports, or trans men out of women's sports. And that's a big one for me that I heavily agree with.
So the president of the United States has destroyed our economy, made us worse on the world stage, freaking literally used our military to attack people and start wars. And you're concerned about 12 people in the NCAA.
It's not necessarily just that.
Very
I mean, I just saw
short-sighted.
somebody comment with that and I harmonize with that.
Yeah,
Also,
that's
haven't
very
there been
short-sighted and
other-
doesn't show much
There's a
depth to
lot-
anything, does it?
Well, Trump isn't the only president who has ever started a war throughout our country's history, right?
Oh, so that's your excuse?
No, I'm just
I
saying.
thought he was the
there are-
president of peace, wasn't he? Didn't you guys say he was the president of peace? You guys tell me, no new wars, Donald Trump. He's the president of peace. He does everything, all this other stuff, right? And then all of a sudden now it's just like, well,
look at
other presidents have started wars too. Yeah, other presidents have defrauded the American government. Other presidents have committed crimes. Other presidents have done all sorts of horrible things. Presidents have supported slavery. Presidents have done all sorts of stuff. Just because another president has done something doesn't make it right.
So what's your baseline then? Like, who are you basing a great president off of? Like in comparison to Trump, right? Like, who would you say is?
So are we done
is
with
your
the
favorite
12
president?
trans people now?
No, I mean I'm just moving on. Well, you asked.
I was just
why
I was
support
just making
that's
sure
one of the
we were
reasons.
done with the 12 trans people before we moved on to the next thing. Just out of
It's
curiosity.
also not just 12. I mean,
No,
if
it
you're talking
was
about
exactly
like
12.
in the Olympic sports, is that what you're
Oh
referring to?
yeah, in the Olympic sports it was 0, and also Donald Trump doesn't have the authority to ban the Olympics from doing anything because the
No,
Olympics
but
isn't
I'm
based
just
in the
saying,
United
like,
States.
What 12 number are you exactly referring
Yeah,
to?
it's 12 people in the 12 trans people in the NCAA that now are no longer able to compete in the NCAA due to Donald Trump's executive order, right? So it affected
Right,
12 people.
which I believe is right.
Yeah, gotcha. I'm saying it's short-sighted and sad. Okay,
Well,
that when
how do
I
you- well, how
asked
do you
you
feel
when
about
I
that?
asked you why you support a president to be concerned about 12 people, that was the statement I made.
Yeah. Well, again,
Yeah.
what's your stance on that then? What's your stance on him taking trans men out of women's sports, out of the NCAA?
Yeah, that it's
How do you-
short-sighted
how
and
do you
sad
personally
to
feel about
concentrate
that?
on that. That's my point. That's my statement on it.
Sure. You can make your statement on that, but I'm asking
That's
you
my
your,
feeling.
your opinion on that.
That
on
is my
topic
opinion.
directly.
That is my opinion.
Do you feel
That I
like
don't
trans
concern
men
myself with
should be in women's
short-sighted
sports?
topics.
Okay, so then let's move on.
Yeah,
you
sounds
were
good.
So then you were saying about, starting wars. Everybody says he's the president of peace. What about the whole Barack Obama in Syria situation?
Yeah, not
Right?
good.
The war. Okay, so that's why I asked. So what's your barometer or what's your metric for a good president? Like, who
Sir,
in
sir,
your
it's not
opinion
matter what my
is the
metric
best
is of what a good president. It's what your metric is, okay? And that's why I'm saying why I asked you why you still support Trump. And apparently your barometer for a good president is an executive order that affects 12 people. That's my issue with it.
It's not just that. I feel like it's the whole state of the country that needs to be sort of reworked. A big thing for me, I have a child, and a big thing for me was that, and making sure that my child is safe at school and those sorts of things. There've been many cases where trans people have assaulted other people in, let's say, common or shared bathrooms, or where trans people have been allowed to use.
That is true. Over the
bathrooms
last
that are not-
about year and a half, there was one person that did that. Yeah. Yeah.
But there also have been multiple
Yeah.
cases.
Yeah.
But
No, hold on,
also,
sir.
shouldn't every-
Hold on real quick though. While there has been a singular trans person over about the last like 2 years where that has happened, you do realize there have been thousands of straight white males that have done that, right? So should
I'm
we?
not white,
So
I'm-
Donald Trump starts signing executive orders to get rid of safe white males, straight white males.
No, but he also agrees with the policy that all rapists and all that kind of stuff, or I've heard people who support him also agree with that all rapists and those sorts of things should be served much harder sentences, if not the death penalty.
You mean like if you were to
I
like
agree
you're
with
like
that.
like go into somebody like the other sex's dressing room and like forcibly penetrate them?
Yes.
Yeah, you mean like what Donald Trump was found to have done in court?
He was found to have done that in court. I have not heard that.
Yeah, Donald Trump was found, adjudicated in a court of law by putting someone into a dressing room of the opposite sex and forcefully penetrating her with his fingers
So then why is he not in jail?
because the statute of limitations was up.
And he pled guilty to that. I guess not
No,
pled because there was no
he was
trial on that. So
adjudicated
what-
as such. He was found civilly liable.
so he had to pay a civil lawsuit out to that.
Sir, why are
woman,
you so
whoever.
worried about what he had to pay out and not concerned with the fact that you're saying
No,
that
no,
the
no, I'm
president
just- well,
that
because-
you're saying
well,
is
because it's
against this was found to have done this in a court of law?
No, I'm just saying because having to pay for something is an admission of guilt. Like if you hit somebody's car and he said, she said, but if you were actually found liable, then you have to pay it out, right? In an insurance claim. So let's think about it in that sort of, whatever, in that sort of way. So he had to pay that out. Did he?
Yes. Sir,
Okay, so that would be-
sir. Donald Trump, cis white male, joined the thousands of other cis white males in the United States, okay, who are the number one group of people who sexually assault people in this country, including in other like opposing gender bathrooms. Okay, especially in those places. Because I don't know if you know this about like bathrooms. It's crazy. Just because you put a sign up doesn't stop predators from going in there.
Sure,
Okay.
but I feel like
And we
it's-
track
it's
all
better-
of those, sir. We track all of those sexual assaults. Okay. And of the whole trans community over the last like 2 or so years, okay, there has been exactly as many sexual assaults like from trans people as there have been current presidents of the United States that have done it.
which is how many?
One trans
There has
person
been
of
in the
all
past-
the
in the past
presidents
few.
of all the trans people in the United States, one of all of them, okay, and
And what's
then
your
one
source?
president of the United States who's also been found liable to do it, which was Donald Trump. So why?
What's
So
your
so
source
should,
for
so it
that
sounds like I
one-
should be a lot more
one
afraid of
trans
Donald
person?
Trump than I am of trans people.
I'm asking where that source was.
There's been multiple sources for it. I can find one if you really need me to, or you could just literally type it into anywhere because it's not hard to find.
Okay.
Yeah, because this whole idea of like, oh, well, trans people are doing this is a fucking joke, dude. You're much more likely to get for your daughter or your child, whatever child you have, regardless of what sex it is, to be sexually assaulted at church than by a trans person. And I mean significantly more likely to be sexually assaulted at church than you would be by a trans person.
Well, I'm just talking about making it safer, right? Because there aren't as many adults as there are children in schools.
We'd make it safer by banning churches. That'd be a great way to make it safer. You think Donald Trump should do that?
Well, I mean, that's not based off of the religion, right? That has nothing to do with the religion as much as it has to do with just the people that do it.
Well, I'm just saying, freaking the people that are practicing that religion are much more likely to be the people that are perpetuating these sexual assaults. If you're saying that it's all about safety and you're okay with Donald Trump trying to pass executive orders and legislation, okay, in order to ban who someone is, okay, as a person, okay, who someone is, all right, like trans people who are just living their own life, you're trying to ban a who a person is, right, and you think that's okay to ban for safety, but you're not okay with banning religions and religious institutions, okay,
I think
where
you're
you're
kinda-
much
I
more
think you're kinda
where you're much
confusing
more
how-
likely
I
to do
think
it, then
you're
it's not
kinda confusing
about
my stance.
safety for you.
I think you're kind of confusing my stance on trans people. I have no problem with trans people. I mean, I'm not
Yes, you do.
scared of them. I
Yes, you
don't
are.
fear them. They're not
Yes, you do.
anything, right?
Yes, you are, and yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes,
I
you are, and yes, you do.
I don't. I really don't.
Yes, you are,
Define
and yes,
fear.
you do. Okay.
But who are you to tell me how?
Sure. I can define scared for you. Scared would be somebody, okay, who says that their number one thing that they want to talk about a presidential administration is someone who is a policy which bans those people from sports. Okay, that's
No, I
because
just
you're
haven't seen you
scared of
talk
them.
about that
That's
topic.
because you're scared of them. Okay, you're scared
Why
of
do you think-
them,
I-
and that's why you want that gone. That's fine.
I know I haven't seen you talk about that topic so far, so I figured it would be an interesting one to bring up.
Oh, I talk about it all the
Think of
time, but I actually
variety.
prefer not to talk about it because it's sad. Because it's really, really sad.
But I guess in my point, I'm just asking you to define fear, because for me, fear means
Yeah,
that
I'm not doing this
you're-
like stupid like debate shit. You know what fucking fear means, and I'm not going to pull up the Oxford Dictionary in order to freaking define it.
No, I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about the exact definition and the letter of whatever the definition of fear is. But for me, it's like fear is, like spiders, a phobia, right? Where you have an irrational fear of something, even though you know it's not dangerous, which is how I do not feel.
No,
That-
you can
that
have
is not
fear
how I
of
feel.
something that is dangerous, but literally what you're describing is an irrational fear of something that's not dangerous. Literally what you're doing right now, talking about trans people, is showing an irrational fear of something that's not dangerous. That is literally what you're doing. It's called transphobia. You are transphobic.
That's not transphobia. I think transphobia is a bit more
Then why don't you
radical
want
than
trans
that.
people in
My
sports?
only-
Then
my
why don't you
only-
want trans people in sports?
because it's not fair to the other competitors.
Oh, okay. Because a second ago, because you said it was because of sexual assaults. So you've
No,
changed your mind.
No, I was saying that no.
No, that's
Sorry.
exactly what
Two
you did
different
say. I literally asked you why you were so worried about that executive order, and you specifically said it's because of trans people sexually assaulting people in the opposite gender's bathrooms. That's what you said. You didn't say about competition in sports. You said it's because of freaking people sexually assaulting people in other people's bathrooms, right? Which is
If that's what
fear.
I said,
Which
if
is
that's-
which
if
is
that's what I said-
fear. Which is fear. You
If that's
are
what I said,
afraid
that's
of
not what I
that.
meant. If that's what I said, that's not what I meant. Those are two completely different topics. So one thing about the trans people is that I don't believe that they should be in sports because it's an unfair advantage, right? And then also I feel like that should be transferred over into schools because it also helps with safety.
Gotcha. We should ban tall people too, huh?
Why would we do that?
It's an unfair advantage. Like in basketball, like I was actually very, very skilled at basketball in high school, but I wasn't very tall. Okay. And I think that someone being tall is an unfair advantage.
Right, but I'm talking about men versus women. I'm not talking about tall versus not.
No, you
Right,
said it
there's
created an
advantages-
unfair advantage. And I'm saying that there's tons of unfair advantages. Being 350 pounds and having the genetics of being, having a larger family makes you a lot more genetically likely to be an offensive lineman in the NFL. It's the genetic advantage that you have. So we should ban it, right?
Sure, but not everybody's in the NFL, right? I'm not in the NFL.
Not
I'm
everybody plays in NCAA sports either.
6'5". Right, but I feel like it should be differentiated by gender because men, right? You take an average man and an average woman, right? And the average man is stronger than the average woman.
We're not talking about
Black-
average men and average women. We're talking about college athletes.
Exactly. In that gap.
What do you mean
becomes
exactly? Then why did you bring it up?
No, I'm just saying that gap becomes even more. That gap grows even more between the top performing men and the top performing women.
Well, sure. I
you
think
take tennis, for example.
you're 100% right. So now you can show me how, because of this, right? So trans people make up less than 1% of the population in the United States, right? But since they have such this incredibly, guys, if you're on the portrait live of my YouTube, I'm going to do a restart on that live. I don't know what happened with it, but it's being very weird and I don't like it. So I'm going to do a quick restart on that. So give me like 2 seconds and I'll be right back on it. All right. Go to my landscape one until then. Yeah. So if that's the case, right, and you're telling me that because that they hold this genetic advantage, then that would mean that less than 1% of the population that is trans should be dominating and should be world champions in every single college sport, right? Because they have such a high genetic advantage, right? So like they should be like probably most of the like the NCAA freaking tennis players. They should be most of the NCAA basketball players in women's sports. They should mostly be trans people, right? Because they hold this high genetic advantage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
they're
mean,
not. There was 12 of them in the entire NCAA.
Well, think
Tens
about
and
it. What
thousands and
percentage of
tens and what's up?
What percentage of the population is trans in America?
Less than 1%?
Exactly. So less than 1%.
What do you mean exactly?
Well, I'm just saying, think about it. Less than
They were less
1% of
than
the
1% of 1% of college athletes.
So what was the percentage of trans people versus all of the double NCAA athletes?
Less than 1% of 1%. But it shouldn't matter. They should be at least 50% because they hold this genetic advantage that you're talking about.
But there aren't that many trans people that are that good at sports.
Why not? They
guess
should
that's
all be
what
good
I'm
at sports because the average trans person should be better than your average woman, according to you. According to your logic, the average trans person, okay, should be better at sports than your average woman. Okay, so that 1% should excel. That 1% should be overwhelmingly, right? Overwhelmingly taking over women's sports in college sports, and that's happening, correct?
According to the statistics, I guess not.
Right. So where's this genetic advantage? Where's this genetic advantage if it exists? I'm just curious.
I guess that comes down to how many trans people apply or trying to get into NCAA programs.
Sir, with
Like
your
that-
theory, okay, it shouldn't matter. It should be 100% almost of people that apply that get into them. Even if it was 5%, okay, it would still dominate. There'd be hundreds. There was 12, and none of them were winning. There was like one girl who won one race, or one like set of races in freaking swimming of all sports. And people were like, oh my goodness, it's crazy. Like it's just, where's this advantage, dude?
There is an advantage. Well, if you don't mind me asking, how tall are you and how much do you weigh?
I'm 5'8", 195. A full
So if you
sexiness.
took a girl, if you took a girl who was 5'8" tall and 195 pounds, do you work out all the time? If you don't
Do you
mind me
really have to
asking?
ask that? You can see me, right?
I'm not looking at your stream right now.
Oh.
I'm just on your phone.
You should be. It's pretty impressive.
Right, but let's say however much you work out or however much you don't, it doesn't really matter. That's not really the point that I'm trying to make. If you take a person who follows your exact same fitness plan, but they're a woman and your exact same height and weight, you will be stronger than them.
Sir, if that was
I'm
the
sure- I'm
case,
sure- I'm
then
sure that when you were
every
younger- I'm sure that when
trans
you were-
person, okay, would be in NCAA sports and be dominating. That is what I am telling you. And that's not happening. If your theory was correct, okay, then any
like
random
don't
Joe
want to be, because if they
Schmo
did-
trans person could just go into NCAA sports and dominate. But it's not
No.
happening.
I'm saying that the average man and the average woman their average man is stronger than the average woman, right? So
All
maybe
right,
there
sir.
aren't that.
Well, you're
above
obviously not
average
understanding what
technically.
we're saying here. Okay, so I don't know, like, VJ, why
What
do you
you're
keep
saying is
deleting
that-
Dawn's messages out of my super chats, dude? Sorry, VJ, why do you keep doing that?
No, you're good. No, you're fine.
I've seen
it
like
sounds
3 of
to
them
me what
disappear.
you're saying is, sorry.
Go ahead.
Sounds like to me what you're saying is that an average man could go into an NCAA program, claim to be trans, and then dominate in that field.
According to your theory. According to
No.
your
So what I'm
theory,
saying is
sir,
that-
according to your theory, that being born a biological male and transitioning will gives you a genetic advantage, then yes, that would be the case. But it's not the case.
Right.
So your theory is wrong.
But me personally, right? I couldn't beat the top woman. Let's say the top female powerlifter, right? Me personally, I
No,
mean,
you
I'm
couldn't.
not. I'm not. Oh, no. I'm saying I could not. I could not.
Yeah,
beat her.
oh, I'm very aware.
Yeah. No. I mean, I could. Right.
You-
Because those girls are fucking amazing, whatever they do. But sorry for swearing. I don't know if you swear on here.
All right. Well, let's get to
but
a point
anyway.
here because I'm starting to get bored with this conversation really fast. I'm explaining the same thing to you over and over and over and over, and you don't seem to be getting it, and it's kind of boring at this point.
Because what I'm saying is that the point that you're making in relation to my point is wrong. That's not how I feel.
Okay. Well, then you're doing a very, very bad job of displaying how you feel.
Okay. How I feel is average man,
No,
stronger than average woman,
sir,
above average man.
sir. If it was a problem,
Yeah.
that if your theory was an actual problem, it would have already happened. If your theory that they hold a genetic advantage was true, okay, then they would already be dominating. And they're not. So therefore, your theory is incorrect.
Because there's not that many trans athletes.
There's not that many trans athletes because they cannot dominate, okay, because they don't hold a genetic advantage.
So you believe that men do not hold a genetic advantage over women?
I'm saying
in
that
terms of,
trans
like,
women do not hold a genetic advantage over women, over women that were born biologically women. They do not hold a genetic advantage
Why do they not?
because of the hormone therapies that they have to go to, and they have to have a certain level and a level of testing in order to get to a point where they're even allowed to compete.
Right, but male muscle fiber, or male biology, and male
Oh my God.
a men's inherent biology, their bone density, their muscle structure,
The
way that
hormones
muscle fibers work.
hormones undo all of that.
No, it does not.
Yes, it does.
How long does it take to undo?
Years and years and years and years and
Years and-
years.
And how long do they have to wait in order to become a trans?
Years and years and years and years and years.
Because how long? Okay, so you brought up the whole Leah Thomas thing, and how she beat that one girl in the swimming competition. How long was she a trans athlete before she was able to compete?
Years and years
long
and
was it?
years and years.
Again, I feel like
And she was ranked
we're
like
just gonna just-
over 100 for most of the time she competed. Not even in the top 100.
and then all of a sudden she becomes the best swimmer.
No, she improved just
Or
like
he
everybody else
becomes the best
does.
swimmer.
Nope, she improved just like everybody else does.
Yeah.
By the way, that
Again,
race
just-
that you're tripping
I-
out about, she got 5th in. Just so I throw that out there.
Who did?
Leah Thomas. Yeah. Yeah.
The
The
race
whole
you're talking
thing was
about,
about her
she
being
won.
tied with somebody in 5th place. That's
Tied
what
for
everybody loses their mind about.
No, it was tied for first.
No, it was not.
If I'm not
Look it up.
mistaken, because of, it was for the trophy.
Mm-mm. Look it up.
I'm surprised they give out trophies for 5th place.
Yeah, me too.
Sorry, I was looking up right now. Anyway, I don't want to waste your time with looking it up.
This
Oh,
whole
I'll
conversation
look
is
it
a
up.
giant waste
But,
of time. This entire conversation is an entire waste of time.
It sounds like, yeah, I feel like we're just going in circles.
No, I know, because I'm pointing you, like, I can only lead you to water. I can't make you drink.
Well, it's because I'm just not going to agree with what you have to say.
It's not a matter of agreeing. It's a matter of listening and paying attention and engaging in the conversation. And you're refusing to do that.
No, I'm listening and I'm paying attention to you.
No, you're not, sir. You're not. Okay.
I am, because I've acknowledged what you said multiple times.
Okay. Well, there's a difference between listening and hearing. There sure is. All right.
Yeah, but I've also acknowledged what you said, and I've
Mhm.
refuted it, and I've
All right. Well, I'm going to move on to the next caller. Okay. Because I would rather, I'd rather, never mind. I'm not going to say what I was going to do. But anyways, have a good day.
All right.
We're going to hit a few super chats and then we're going to move on to the next caller. Anyways. Sorry, I was about to say, I'd rather cut my own off than have to listen to this guy talk one more fucking second. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, holy shit. Like, on camera. Anyways, Velvet, thank you so much for the $5. And if you don't pay your own bills, then you can't debate. Heck, I love that. We don't need spoiled kids telling me how to go alive. 100%. Thank you so much, Velvet. Don, thank you so much for the banana. I appreciate that. Lovely. So the shutdown making things better? Yeah, so much better. So much better. Just amazing. Jay Lee, thank you so much for the $13 super chat. Said MAGA just do not get along with anyone. No, they don't. Constructive conversation and debate. Constructive conversation. Constructive conversation. Okay? Constructive conversation. Everyone gets all mad when I hang up with these callers because they're not having constructive conversation. Because y'all just want to hear freaking the people like just yap on that side. Constructive conversation. Okay? Constructive. Moving forward. Don, thank you so much for the 99 cents. I appreciate that with emoji. Extra fan says, shout out to Montoya the Destroyer. Love the content, Polly. Thank you so much. Don, VJ, and Hammer, lovers and Bruce's like, I don't even know what that means. Don, money talks and you trolls walk. Sir, how many alcoholic beverages have you consumed today? Holographic at VJ and Bruce, stop abusing your mod. Yeah, I don't know why VJ, you were like muting Don for seeing super chats. I don't know what that was all about, man. Yeah, I kind of agreeing a little bit, VJ. What's going on here? All right, what's going on? All right, go into the Benes. All right, we're modding to get rid of spamming, like the weird sex bots. Okay, that's what we're doing. We're not getting rid of just anybody who says something we don't like. Okay, that is not the point of modding. All right, if you don't mod right, I'll just remove your mod powers. I don't care. We're here to have open conversation that includes letting other people. Oh, maybe he was being a dick. Just so I throw that out there. Just say it. I saw a lot of super chats disappearing, so I'm just trying to figure it out. All right. We're here to have good conversations, so I want to be able to have conversations. All right, Corey, you got him. Corey. Hold on, let me make sure, Corey. Corey, you're a managing moderator. If things get out of control, you can control whatever's going on. Okay. Hello, how are you?
Hello.
Jesus. Hello?
Hello.
I'm not listening to anybody. Dude, hello?
Hello, are you there?
Yeah, be quiet. Corey, you got it over there, all right? Cool.
Oh, my bad.
Anyways,
Wait.
how old are you?
Was that me? Oh, I'm 18.
Are you Corey?
No, I'm not.
Well, then I wasn't talking to you.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, that's how that works. All right. So anyways, do you
Alright.
still live at home with mom and dad?
No, I do not.
You pay your own bills?
Yep.
What year were you born?
What year was I born? 2007.
Do I believe him, Chad? I don't know. Do I believe him?
I mean, you can believe what you want. I want to debate you, so.
Oh. Well, if that's the case, then no, I don't want to talk to you. All right, we're going to move on to the next caller. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I was actually inclined to debate him, and then he said that last part, and then I was like, oh, well, I guess I'm not doing that. All right. Like literally, he kind of got himself there. I was about to give him benefit of the doubt. I really was. I was about to give him benefit of the doubt. Hello?
Hello?
Hi, how old are you?
24.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Yes, I do.
All right, let's see if we can have one decent conversation today. Goodness gracious. Why do you support Trump?
Multiple reasons. I would say the biggest one that is the reason that I support Trump would be the border.
Okay. So, can you please explain to me how the border is more important than the economy and foreign relations?
Well, I mean, I would say the border is one of the reasons, which is what you asked. But I also think that based on the trade deals that he's made as well, that has also positively helped the economy.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I was just asking you, like, how the border is somehow more important than the other issues that Donald Trump is royally fucking up right now. I think that's a valid question.
I would agree that that's a valid question. I would just, again, state that the trade deals that have been made, as well as
what trade deals?
The billions and billions of dollars that have been influx from foreign nations as well as companies into the economy is a positive thing. Is that correct?
All right. Well, they're not correct because it's not true. What deals has he made?
What deals has he made? Fantastic question. Let's start with Apple.
No. What trade deals has he made?
He made a trade deal with the United Kingdom.
Okay, and what was in that deal?
Deals with the Middle East, Saudi Arabia, Qatar.
Incorrect. No, that's not true. He did make one with the UK. There is no trade deal between him and UAE and Saudi Arabia. That's not true. The UK one's true.
The Middle East, Saudi Arabia didn't make a trade deal.
No.
Okay, and then 8.5 billion to Australia as well.
8.5 billion to Australia? How?
Or Australia to us. My apologies.
How is Australia giving us $8.5 billion?
through critical minerals and rare earths.
So a rare earths mineral deal, that's not a trade deal. That's a rare earths mineral deal.
I mean, does that also impact the economy or not?
Yeah, but we're not talking about there's a ton of things that affect the economy. Donald Trump sending $40 billion to Argentina affects the economy. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about trade deals. Do you want to talk about trade deals, or do you want to talk about every single thing that could affect the economy?
Well, that would be a 5 million hour conversation.
Exactly, which is why I'm trying to stay on the one thing about trade deals. And so far, you're not doing great on that. You've talked about the UK trade deal. You talked about a Middle Eastern trade deal that doesn't exist, and you've talked about an Australian minerals deal, which is not a trade deal. It's just us buying stuff from other countries. That has nothing. That's not a trade deal. So what? What?
Well, no, you can. Sorry to interrupt you. You can finish your thought.
No, I just want to know what's so good about that one UK trade deal. What was in it that was so helpful to the United States?
I was talking about the economy. I actually started with the border, but you didn't seem to want to talk about that. So we can go to the economy. That's fine.
We can talk about the border, sir, but unless you can, because to be completely honest with you, I don't think the border affects you at all. I think that's why you refuse to answer the question.
The border doesn't affect me at all.
Well, how does it affect you personally?
That's a great question. For my business, which is in landscaping alone, we actually lose a lot of business because guess what? There's a lot of companies that hire illegal immigrants because they can pay them less, which means that their pricing is actually lower than when I have American workers on my team.
Yeah, and how is that the immigrants' fault?
That's not the immigrants' fault. That's the government's fault for allowing that, which is
correct.
What Trump is taking away.
I completely agree with that, but no, he's not. No. It's the government's fault. It's the government's fault for not punishing those companies for hiring undocumented immigrants.
I would agree with that, but
and Donald Trump's not taking that away.
Don't you think that deporting them is a step in the right direction?
Absolutely not. Donald Trump has deported something like 350,000 of the 14 million undocumented immigrants in this country.
Yes, correct. And how long has he been in office?
9 months. How many did Joe Biden do last year?
How many
people did Joe Biden repatriate last year?
That would be a great question.
685,000.
685,000. How many people were let in?
0.
Zero people were let in last year.
Were let in undocumented? 0.
That is
literally 0.
And where did you get that statistic?
Oh, you can look at it anywhere. You can look at it border apprehensions. You can look at it through border encounters. You can look at it through FBI. You can look through Customs and Border Patrol. You can look through it through fucking anywhere, and you will see that apprehensions were actually very high. Arrests were very high. And that Joe Biden never had a single policy or piece of legislation that let an undocumented immigrant in. Now, if you want to talk about how many people came in, that's a completely different number. But that's not what you said. You said how many did they let in, and that's 0.
Okay, perfect. From July 2023 to June 2024, there was an estimated over 2.1 illegal immigrants were released or paroled into the United States with unauthorized status.
Awesome. So where are you finding that stat at?
Where am I finding that at? Perfect question. This is the Pew Research Center.
Pew Research Center. That's perfect. So let's take a look at that. Pew Research Center says what?
Please do.
What's the name of the article?
The name of the article would be U.S. unauthorized immigrant population reaches a record 14 million in 2023.
U.S. unauthorized what?
U.S. unauthorized immigrant population reached a record 14
that's good
million.
enough. That's good enough. That's good enough. I can find it from there.
Okay.
Do. It's just being really slow.
Hey, no worries. Take your time.
All right, there you go. Let's see. Which paragraph?
I just pulled it based on the census at the bottom, but I also brought the article up through ChatGPT.
Oh, so you didn't actually even go to the article?
No, I went to the article. Yeah, but that's how I got.
All right, what number did you say?
2.1 million. Sorry.
God, I am just having every problem with live today. Everything is being weird.
What, Wi-Fi?
No, just everything's being weird with my computer today. My live's being weird. I don't even know. Yeah, this, I don't see that this says that literally anywhere.
7th page or something like that. There's a bunch of pages. Sorry.
Let's take a look. Oh. You said 2.1? 2.1 doesn't exist on this page.
2.1 million.
Yeah, the number's 2.1. If you do a search on this page, it does not exist.
Does not. Well, that's probably because it's in
There's
a graph,
2.1
not-
million temporary unlawful residents. Temporary
and
lawful residents. That's in here.
Unlawful?
Lawful.
Lawful.
Yeah, right there. 2.1 unauthorized immigrants, 4.14 million. Lawful immigrants,
Perfect.
37.8 million. Temporary lawful residents, 2.1 million. And lawful
go to
permanent
page
residents,
10.
11.9 million.
Go to page 10.
I don't see pages in here, sir.
There's a page 10. Well, then we must not be on the same document, but there's a page 10, and it says exactly July 23 to December 2024, total of 2.5, and then 300,000 were sent back. 2.125 million were released at the southern border. It's exactly what this.
Another $1.4 million with at least one parent who is unauthorized in the United States 2023 compared to 1.2 million in 2021, according to 2005. How long undocumented immigrants? What's the name of this chart?
What's the name of this chart? This is sources, the U.S. BP releases, paroles from Office of Homeland Security Statistics, Department of Homeland Security, Immigration Enforcement, and Legal Processes.
All right. Well, I don't see it anywhere through here, and I'm going through the whole thing in here. I don't see 2.1 in here at all, except for lawful residents.
Yeah.
You said 2.1 million what?
2.1 undocumented immigrants were released into the United States. Which, obviously, if we have 14 million,
I see 1 million migrants encountered by the U.S. Border Patrol were released into the United States. Another 2 million entered the United States. Another 2 million entered the U.S. legally and were paroled or released into the country.
Paroled and released under the country under what terms? Because
another 2 million entered the U.S. legally and were paroled or released into the country.
Under what terms?
What do you mean under what terms? Under legal terms. What are you talking about?
Well, that's because the Biden administration gave, guess what? They gave this immunity to illegal immigrants to let them in.
No, they did not. What immunity did they give to illegal immigrants?
They all they had to do was come to the border and said they were seeking asylum.
No, sir, that's just asylum law. That's not under Biden. That law has been on the books since the 70s, and literally hundreds of thousands of people, sir, hundreds of thousands of people sought asylum under the Trump administration. Hundreds of thousands did it under millions of people did it under the Obama administration and the Trump administration. What are you talking about?
Millions or hundreds of thousands?
Between both of them, I'm sure it's millions. I can pull up the exact numbers, but regardless, this isn't some law that Biden made up in order to skirt the fucking law or some rule that. Yes, you did. You said under the Biden administration, they found a way to skirt legal immigration by doing asylum, and none of that is true. They just followed the law the way the law is written. 8 U.S. Code 1158.
Where in my sentence did I say that Biden created that law?
Sir, whatever you fucking said that came to that. Okay, he didn't use that law no different than Biden used that law, no different than Trump used that law or Obama used that law.
Correct. Trump used laws to do a bunch of stuff that I'm not happy with either.
But sir, that means you're just saying you don't like the law. That has nothing to do with Biden. Biden tried to change the law. Biden tried to make the law stricter.
Oh, so you're talking about how he tried to get it through and the Republicans blocked it? Is that what you're talking about?
All 5 times, yes.
Correct. Okay, so again, he tried to do it that way. Why didn't he just do an executive order?
Because executive orders don't trump laws.
Oh, well, it worked for Trump.
No, it didn't.
He got what he wanted to do done.
No, he didn't.
Okay, so
he just stopped legal border encounters. Sir, again, so now, just to be clear, sir, we've moved past you don't like undocumented immigrants here, and we've moved all the way to you don't like people being here legally.
I've never said that.
That's exactly
I
what
said
you're
that-
saying, sir, because you're
that's
saying that you
never
don't
what I-
like you're saying that you don't like people that are seeking asylum here. Asylum is legal, so therefore seeking asylum and gaining access to the United States through asylum law is legal. Okay?
No,
so therefore you're
I don't
saying
like-
sir, so therefore if you're saying you don't like people being here under asylum, you're saying you don't like legal migration.
When did I? So I didn't say that. First of all. Second of all, what I did say was that they used the law to get their agenda across. So basically, what I'm saying is people said, "Hey, I'm seeking asylum here because my country's dangerous," even if it wasn't. That's first off. I believe in asylum if someone is going through actual war times or things like that. That's not the case for all these people. They just came to the border.
Sir,
and said, "Hey, I'm seeking
60% of
asylum."
people that claimed asylum at the southern border were immediately repatriated.
60%.
Yes.
And how many people come to the border each year?
Sir, that depends on the year, but you're saying that all people
Correct.
had to do was go up and just say they were seeking asylum and then they were let in because Biden was using it for his agenda, when more than half of the people that tried to seek asylum at the southern border were turned away by the Biden administration. So if the Biden administration was just letting everyone in under this law, okay, then why
Didn't say
weren't more
everybody.
people granted asylum?
There were plenty of them. Again, and you did refer to the statistic earlier that 1.25 million were let in. When your first argument was, you said zero. So I don't know. where
No.
you got
I said
zero.
0 undocumented immigrants were let in, and asylum
Correct.
seekers are not undocumented immigrants. They are documented immigrants. They are legally here.
Again, so please tell me then, how did we get to the 14 million number?
By
that's the
undocumented
case.
immigrants getting in the country.
Exactly.
No, not
And
exactly.
Under which president were most undocumented immigrants coming to the United States under?
That would be under
They-
Joe Biden. Yeah.
Correct. Exactly. But what I'm saying is under Trump, that hasn't happened. There's not more people coming in.
Sir.
Is that correct?
Are you, how old did you, I'm sorry, how old did you say you were?
24.
Okay. So here on this live, I know you're probably not very familiar with this, okay? On here, we actually try to have like genuine conversations about politics, okay?
Right.
And I feel like you're trying so hard to be right that you just sound fucking stupid, okay? So this is what I'm trying to tell you. You keep saying that Biden let these undocumented immigrants in, which he didn't, okay? And every time I call you on that, you just move it to, oh, undocumented immigrants came in, okay? Which I agree with you on, okay? So, did more undocumented immigrants come in under Joe Biden? Yes. Did Joe Biden let them in? No. Okay? So I'm going to need
Then
you to
how
go
did
ahead.
they get in?
Because they snuck around the same way that all undocumented immigrants get in, except for the people that freaking have their that overstay their visas, who come here legally and then it expires and then they're undocumented here.
Why didn't he send the National Guard there then?
Because the National Guard doesn't have an authority to arrest or detain undocumented migrants.
Why are they doing it now?
They're not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
They're
So-
not. They're
so
actually
why-
only serving in support roles to the people that can do it.
So why are there almost zero border crossings then?
Because border crossings are overwhelmingly legal border crossings, and Donald Trump has shut that down.
So can we agree that that's a positive thing?
No, I do not believe that stopping legal migration is a good thing.
Legal migration. Okay.
Yes.
Well, we can argue that all day long.
All right,
But
well, let's argue that. Why do you think legal migration is bad?
I don't think legal migration is bad. I don't think that most of this is legal migration.
Well, what's giving you the idea that it's not?
It's
Based on literally every article ever showing thousands upon thousands upon thousands. This is under the Biden administration.
No,
of
no,
course.
we're not talking about the Biden administration, sir. Donald Trump is
Oh,
currently
what-
stopping border encounters at legal points of entry. Okay. What is making you think, what is putting you under the impression that the people that are showing up to these legal ports of entry that Donald Trump is stopping from the border encounters are coming here illegally? Why would somebody, okay, that's coming here illegally come through a legal port of entry?
So you're just saying he's only guarding the illegal points of entry. Is that what you're arguing?
No, I'm saying that's what he shut down. Okay, that's why the border encounters are low. Okay, I'm sure he has other people out that are stopping undocumented people from crossing the border outside of legal ports of
Yes.
entry. But so did Joe Biden. That's why there was 685,000 people that were repatriated at the southern border under Joe Biden just last year, because he also had people out there at the southern border that were patrolling. Okay, that were turning around and stopping people and sending them back. So if Joe Biden had people doing that and Donald Trump had people doing that, but just more people showed up under the Biden administration, how does that make Biden worse?
Which is why. Why did they show up?
Really? There's two things. One, because of COVID and due to the expiration of Title 42.
COVID wasn't happening in 2023.
Yeah,
When
yeah,
this was the biggest issue.
yeah.
That-
Well, first of all,
that's the
yes,
peak
it
of it.
very,
COVID
very much
COVID.
was. Okay.
Oh, so we were still wearing masks in 2023?
Do you think COVID ends when you stop wearing masks?
No, I didn't say that. The pandemic.
Okay, then
COVID is still
sir,
here.
So
But
exactly. So COVID didn't end in 2023 because COVID is still here. Did I say wearing masks was what made people come here?
no.
Okay.
But you inferred that they came here because of COVID, which doesn't make any sense. Why would they come here because of COVID?
Because of
Can
the
you answer that?
political and economic instability in the Northern Triangle and Northern South America.
There was political instability everywhere during COVID.
No, there wasn't.
So there wasn't in the United States?
No.
Oh, okay. So our economy
Did we have a
didn't crash during COVID?
no political instability and economic instability are two different things.
Well, I would argue that economic instability happens because, well, part of the reason because of political instability.
So you're saying Donald
which is
Trump was
what you're
politically
arguing
unstable.
today. What?
So you're saying Donald Trump was politically unstable.
He was there for a year during
Right, and we
COVID?
shut down our economy. Our unemployment rate went up to like 14%. So you're saying that political instability means, or economic instability means political instability. And since Donald
Well,
Trump
personally,
was the
I don't
president when
think-
we had like the highest level of economic instability, you're saying that Donald Trump was unstable.
Well, I would actually agree with you that I don't think Trump handled COVID properly. I would agree
Okay.
with you on that. That's not
Regardless
something
of
I'm
whether you
arguing.
think good Donald Trump did, it's just a stupid comment. Okay, it doesn't make any fucking
it's not.
sense.
There was-
Okay,
there
the
was
reason why
political
people were leaving their countries is because their
instability.
countries were distraught, which was causing a lot of gang violence and political violence within these countries. People were fleeing the danger and the violence from their countries and trying to get to someplace more safe. They felt that the United States was more safe, so that is why they were coming here.
Or was it because the laws were not being enforced here and that they were literally letting everybody seek asylum?
The first one, which is what I said.
Oh, okay.
Because I
Gotcha.
already explained to you that 60% of the people that tried to seek asylum in this country were denied at the border. So not everyone was able to seek asylum.
Well,
I've already
again,
very obviously explained this to you.
yes, and you also explained to me that Biden let most of the undocumented immigrants in, which is what, again,
Wow, you really
My
aren't
first
bright,
point
are
was-
you? Holy shit.
oh, okay. I guarantee you my IQ is a lot higher than yours. But anyways,
Sir,
we
you
can
can't
continue.
you can't count to my IQ.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, you must be really
Sir,
smart.
I
just
have
like your height.
sir, if I had an IQ of 4, it'd be higher than yours. Okay?
Ooh, okay.
Awesome.
Oh, 4.
So
That's
what
pretty
I
good.
just said was, sir, I just, in very, 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 very in-depth terms, explained to you how people got in this country, who was let into the Biden administration. I used your source. Okay? I used your
didn't.
source.
You didn't even go to the part of the article that I was on.
Shh. I used your source to prove your own claim wrong. I read the same line that you read and showed that you were lying.
Not true.
Okay? I put it up on
Not
the
true.
screen for everyone here to see it. Okay?
Again, you.
So
you-
I
you
don't know how you're
repeated
going
that
to tell
you
me
said
something that's not true when literally everyone here saw it on the screen. Okay? So for you to
Again-
just go back and repeat the exact same shit that you already said, okay, that I already proved wrong, shows that you got two brain cells fighting for third over here, dude.
Hey, I'm not going to insult you. All I'm going to say
I'm going to
is
insult
if-
you.
if
This is an
that were
embarrassment
true-
of a conversation.
I mean, you can say whatever you want. You have the freedom of speech to do so, which is another thing Biden didn't agree with. Anyway, We
As
can
Trump
go
has been
over-
found in 2 multiple courts to be violating the First Amendment. He's used his power of the FCC to get Kimmel and Colbert canceled, who has freaking tried to make an executive order to ban the burning of the American flag, which is a protected right under the Constitution of the United States, and also ban people under student visas for protesting, while he's currently sending the National Guard to different states in order to quell peaceful and private protests in different states because he doesn't like them. But yes, please tell me how Biden tried to quell your First Amendment.
So again, did Trump stop these stupid No Kings protests going on? Did he? Did he stop them?
No.
So you have the right to protest, right?
Yeah. Did you hear the words that I just said?
I did.
Okay.
And,
all right.
the Kimmel thing, bull crap.
Just being clear.
That.
Okay. Just making sure. All right. But hey, you and that IQ, that IQ is doing great.
Right.
That IQ is doing great, man.
Yes.
If you lose your fingers and toes next time, maybe you'll do even better.
Yes, because all you do is spew bull crap out of your mouth and expect people to believe it, which they probably do because they support you. Anyways, again, you didn't even pull up page 10, which is where I got my information from, and you claimed that you couldn't even find. Shocker. Just like how you said with the last guy that Leah Thomas got 5th place when she got 1st place in the 2022 NCAA Divisional Women's Swimming and Diving Championship. Shocker. Wow. Lying again.
Wasn't that Riley Gaines?
No, that was Leah Thomas.
Oh, I just confused them.
Yeah, but anyways, again, that was your word.
You see, sir, you see how easy it is for me to just go, oh, I confused 2 people. I made a mistake. My bad.
Oh, so when you get caught in a lie, you confuse them.
No, when I make a mistake, I say that I made a mistake and then I correct myself.
If that's generally
just
true.
like when you just got caught in like 9 different fucking lies. Okay. And instead of actually actually saying that you were wrong. Okay. Instead of saying that you were wrong, you acted like a whole little child. Like I'm sure you are. Okay. Like a whole little child. Okay. And won't just correct yourself being wrong. I have no problem being wrong. Being wrong is part of being an adult. Being wrong is part of being a good American.
Correct.
Being wrong, okay, is a good thing. You should learn that you usually are. Okay?
Ooh, okay.
All right.
I usually am
Well,
wrong.
I hope that you have a good day, okay?
Yeah, that's...
All right, cool. If that's 24, then I don't know. Maybe we need to reconsider what actually is in the water, because I'm starting to get a little freaked out. Anyways, we're gonna move on to the next caller. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. All right, I'm not getting into this whole bickering VJ and Don thing. Mindspeak, thank you so much to the caller. I will say this: don't be upset because someone charges less and cuts grass better than you. Get better at your job, y'all. First of all, hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I don't think I've said that the whole night because all my lives have been all messed up. If an undocumented migrant comes over and takes your job, it wasn't your job. That's capitalism, baby. Woo! You didn't deserve that job to begin with. You didn't deserve that job to begin with. Thank you, Mindspeak. I really appreciate that. Yo, please make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you can. I just realized I haven't said that one single time. I've been on for an hour. Honestly, this live has just been going horribly bad. I can't get like any of my stuff to work. Everything is being like really shitty. So I don't know if I'm going to really stay on. I don't know if I really should or not, because this is like really, really weird. Ever since that first caller, my live has been very... I'll take one more and see what's up, but this live over here is not working, and we'll stay for a second, but yeah, it's kind of being off. What's up?
Hi, how are you?
What's up?
I'm calling into your channel.
Good job. You did it.
Okay.
What's on your mind?
Yeah, I want to know. You say why do you still support Trump? My question is, why shouldn't I support Trump?
That's not an answer to a question. That's just another question. Yeah.
So you said, for example, that Trump is not letting in, you have illegal immigration under Trump, the same that you did by Biden, right? You told that to the previous guy.
No, I did not.
So what did you say to him? Because I was listening. That's what I understood.
Sir, I'm not going to repeat the entire conversation I just had with that last guy. See, this is why my lives aren't getting going today. I am just having the craziest caller. How old are you?
28. How old are you?
38.
38. Okay, you don't like Trump. Why?
Because he's bad at being president. Why do you like him?
Okay, so what did he do bad?
I'm sorry, is this a question and answer? Does this say, please come ask me questions?
Yeah, you said, why do you support Trump? And I'm
So
asking
answer
you
the
back,
question. Why
not?
do you support him?
So I'll tell you why. He's made peace between 9 countries. Is that not enough for you?
That would be totally enough for me if it was true.
Okay, so let's say the Israel and Gaza war. Let's just start with the most recent one. Is
Sure.
that not true? Did that not happen?
Did what
Under
happen?
Joe Biden for 2 years.
Did what
crazy
happen?
War going on. Tons of people getting killed. And now
Did
it's over?
what happen was the question.
A peace deal.
No, a peace deal has not happened. No, neither of those countries have signed on to a peace deal.
Oh, really? There wasn't a ceasefire deal.
There was a ceasefire deal that's already
Okay,
been
is that
broken.
not enough for you? Is a ceasefire deal not enough?
No,
for
it
you?
is not.
Why? So you're saying that's not a good thing that he did?
I didn't
Is
say it
that
wasn't a good thing. That is definitely a good
Okay,
thing.
so 1 second. So we could agree that he's done something good. You're
Sir,
asking why do I like him?
Sir, if you were to give me $1, that's a good thing. I like having that dollar. Okay?
Correct.
That doesn't pay my mortgage. Okay? Just because it's a good thing that you gave me $1 and it's a great first step towards moving to something, and I'm very happy that the hostage is released. I think that that's really awesome. That doesn't make it a peace deal. Okay? And it doesn't mean that ceasefire hasn't already been broken multiple times.
Okay, for circumstances out of his hand. That's just because one of the sides didn't keep half the deal of the
Then it
ceasefire.
wasn't
Is
a
that
good
his fault?
ceasefire.
Again,
Yes, it
we're
is
not
his
gonna-
fault. Yes,
again,
100%
just
it is
on-
his fault.
Why is it his fault?
Because
Is
it's
it
his
that
ceasefire.
Hamas
If
didn't
he
keep-
creates a ceasefire that can't last a week, then it's not a good ceasefire, so therefore it's his fault.
That's 100% like
That
non-intellectual.
would
You can't say-
be like
what he did
watch.
was broker a ceasefire deal.
Guys,
That's
guys.
objectively a good action.
No, it's not.
That comes from a good place. You can't say
That
that's
is
a
not
bad
objectively a good. That is not an
Oh, that's-
objectively good thing.
that's not
I think it's a
objectively
good
good?
thing. No,
thing. How is that not objectively a good thing?
because
Explain to me.
good isn't objective. Let's start there. But besides all of that,
Oh, so
I
you're
am
saying
saying
when you help a homeless person, that's not objectively good.
no.
Explain that, please.
Because good isn't objective. I already did. So when I was saying
no,
what
no. You didn't explain it. Don't be obnoxious because I wasn't obnoxious with you.
you have been obnoxious
So
this
again,
entire phone conversation, and I'm going to finish my
No.
sentence now. Thank you. Be quiet.
Okay, you're like the left. You just rude to people. You've been rude to everyone that's calling you, and you act like a baby. You're the immature one. Look how you're acting right now. You're saying you're calling the guy before immature, and you're acting like a little lullaby baby. You're saying
It's
and then
okay,
you just
champ.
repeat,
You can do it.
good is objective. Good
Champ,
is objective.
you can.
You know,
champ,
you're really dumb.
champ.
You know
you
that?
can do
You're
it.
really dumb.
Okay.
And you
All right.
go,
So,
and you talk
what I was
about-
trying
you
to
talk
explain,
about
and
this
I'll just
guy.
go ahead and mute you
One
while I
second.
do it, and
Do you
since you
not
want to be too.
understand how you just acted on your channel? You go shh like a little baby. You're a baby. You're immature. Think about it. Think about the way you've just acted. Think about the way you've just acted. You're such a baby. You're a loser. You're going to hang up now. You're going to hang up. I think you should hang up. I think you should hang up because you're such a hypocrite. You are such a hypocrite. You are such a hypocrite. You should hang up. You just finished telling the other guys that he's a baby because he said something to you that you didn't like. But you're going, shh, shh. Think about that. You're a hypocrite. That's the entire left. That is the entire left. A bunch of hypocrites. We're having a discussion and you start saying, shh.
Muted. Oh, I got muted somehow. Anyways, so what I was saying is, well, it's a really good thing, that that got taken care of. Yeah, I got that, Corey. I think that Donald Trump didn't do a very good job of, didn't do a very good job of taking both sides into account, right? You need to have an actual understanding of the Middle East in order to actually make an effective ceasefire. that is going to, last over long periods of time. And he didn't do that. He kind of just said like, I want you guys to both agree. And that doesn't really work. That doesn't really create any lasting ceasefire, which is why literally like less than 24 hours after the ceasefire, like Israel already came out and said that they violated it, So, yeah, that's most of it. But I mean, I think the idea behind a ceasefire is a good idea. I think everybody can agree with that, huh? Yeah. Let's see what he has to say about it.
Drown out my voice now. He said there is no objective good. He said he cannot agree that making a ceasefire is a good thing. That's the type of guy you're listening to. Do you guys all understand that? You're listening to a guy who Trump just...
All right. Well, I do understand your nuanced and very, very thought out conversation that, your answer that you had to that. But no, I don't think that, this is going to work between Ukraine and Russia either. His obvious pandering to Vladimir Putin is never going to end the war like that, So I think that what we need is actually somebody who really understands, like good foreign policy and stuff, Oh, look, my headphones stopped buzzing. There we go.
Question? Answer my question. How is making a ceasefire deal not an objective good? I want to hear what you have to say. Go ahead.
I actually just answered that.
So you actually
very
you
calmly,
shook like a little baby. No, you weren't calm. You shook like a little baby. I called you out for it.
Anyways, do you have anything of actual importance to say, or should I move on to the next caller?
No, I asked you a question that you didn't answer.
I responded very, very in depth. So last chance. Would you like to respond, or should I hang up?
You can hang up. That's what the left does.
All right, cool. That was easy. That was a waste of time. All right, I think that's enough for the day. I don't think I have any more need to go on with this live because it has been horrible. So I guess I'll come back tomorrow or something. I don't know. Guys, I would stay on. I'm ready to stay on for another hour. All right. I would gladly stay on for another hour. All right. But the one live I need to be working in order to make sure I continually have guests isn't fucking working. All right. My TikTok's at like nobody. This live's at nobody. All right. The only live that's doing great is my landscape live. How you guys doing over there? You guys are awesome. I'm loving you guys over there. Me being at 700 on both of these lives is crazy low. That's like half of what I should be on each of them. Like less than normal. And I don't know what's going on. So, oh yes, and Rosa, and specifically Rosa. Specifically Rosa. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's being very, very weird. Oh, I'm not worried about the negativity. The negativity doesn't bother me. I can deal with the negativity if the live is doing well. But something is happening on YouTube right now that's just driving me fucking nuts. It's driving me crazy. Here's what I'll do. All right. Well, actually, everybody in my landscape live is leaving now too. See? All right. All right, I'll stay on for another second. But I might have to do another restart on my portrait live because I don't know what is going on over here. So I'll stay on for a little bit longer. Just so I can hopefully get some type of good conversation over here. But I am gonna restart my portrait live again because it is objectively being bad. It is objectively being bad. So I'm gonna restart over here. If you guys are on my portrait live, again, just come back, I guess, in a second. But If that one doesn't, that's the live that I get most of the callers off of. That's the live I get most of the callers off of. That's the problem. Is so when that live isn't doing well, then it like takes down everything because I can't get the callers, I can't get everything moving. What is going on over here? Yeah, really, that's my issue. So let me go use the restroom real quick, and then I'm doing a restart over here on the Portrait Live, and then we'll get going. All right. All right. All right, now we'll get this thing moving. Oh, all right. I haven't even eaten dinner tonight, man. I haven't even eaten dinner today. All right, y'all. We're gonna get this thing going. It might just be a glitch or something like that. I know. Look at all this free engagement. Look at all this stuff going on. All right. Let's see if we can get this thing moving and get this thing going real quick. Really appreciate y'all being here. We'll see if we can get going. I don't know what's going on. Last 2 days, I think I'm definitely under some type of like shadow over on Oh, really? I guess Ari had it. Ari was really slow today too. Yeah, I think TikTok definitely held me down the last 2 days. It's been wild. I went from having like literally viewers. Why does it say viewers waiting? What the hell's going on here? Yeah, I went literally from like having like 15, like 14, 13 to 1500 people in my live every single day on TikTok to literally like since yesterday it like it won't get to 1,000. It's been wild, dude. It's been wild. Yeah, it's definitely some type of shadow. We'll see if we can get 2 more in. That's the goal. We'll see if we can get 2 more in. Hopefully you guys are liking it over there on the landscape live though. I do want to make that a more permanent live over there. Like I like it over there. So I hope to all right. Sorry, Ari's giving me updates on her numbers and stuff, and so I'm starting to feel a little bit better because it's not feeling better, but it sounds like she was having some problems both on TikTok and YouTube today too. So not that that's a good thing. I don't wish either of us having a bad live. Now I know it's kind of tripping for both of us. So we'll see what's up. We'll see what's up. Yeah, exactly. Just an anti. Yeah, because I did add some stuff to my live today and stuff too. Anyways, someone asked me a question or something while I'm getting this thing loaded up. I'll go for I'll go to like 9:30, so I got like 50 more minutes if I can get this thing going over here. But we'll see. I'm also gonna have a little apple juice while we wait too, huh? But yeah, if you guys are over on TikTok, I think TikTok's mad at me actually because yesterday I mentioned the red app over there, which honestly is really fun. You guys should check it out sometime. It's really fun. So no hat tonight. I was actually feeling like I was having a good hair day, so I kind of let it go. Yes, Chester, Satan's apple juice. Satan's apple juice. Yes, Vicky, I am. You know, fuck it, I don't care what TikTok says. I am live on YouTube. I'm live on Twitch. We are just loading up one of the YouTube lives again, and we're going to keep this thing going. If you're on TikTok, there's a reason, like, I'm telling you, we have more fun over here. But it sucks, though. If it doesn't go well today, then I'm not going to hit my 50,000 by the end of the week. I'm really sad about that. Corey, tell me what I need to turn off for the Streamlabs thing. I turned off the caps thing, but I was in the middle of the live, so I don't know if it went through or not. YouTube chat is like Omaha Beach on D-Day. Only in the vertical live, not in the portrait live. Only in the vertical live. Hello? All right. Well, that person sounded like they were putting together a shed. Dude, that's what I'm saying. Just anti. I just had 700 people in there. I did the restart, and it's at 35. Like, it's just being super fucking weird. All right, I'll open the phone line, see if we got anyone there. Yeah, it's like, dude, it was 700 people in there. I shut down, and now it's at 35. It's almost just funny at this time. Hi, Omaha. Hello, how are you?
Hey, what's good?
Hi, how old are you?
I'm 21.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Sorry, I missed that.
Do you still support Trump?
I do.
Awesome. What's on your mind?
Nah, I just love him. Very good comedian. I love comedy, man. And whether that should be the president or not, I think people should love him more. I don't get the hatred that this dude has. Like, we should disagree with him, but people gotta stop hating this dude, you know?
Not at all. No. Hate him
You
all
think
you
we
want.
should hate
Yeah,
him?
100%.
No, you have the right to hate him. I just don't get this, like, I feel like I'm 21, so I haven't seen a crazy load of presidents, but this hatred from the world for this poor yellow guy, like, come on, man, you know?
No, I don't know what you're saying at all, sir.
Okay, basically, Trump, over the past 15 presidents, this hatred since he came down on the golden escalator, the media has harassed the hell out of this guy for everything he's ever done. And
Because
disagree
he
with that.
sucks.
I don't think he sucks.
Sir.
As a person,
Sir.
for sure not. For
Sir.
sure not as a person.
Sir, the media's job is to harass presidents. I know you've only had one in your adult life, or I guess two in your adult life, okay? Like, and so you don't understand. The entire point of the media is to harass the president. Like, that's their job.
No, for
Their
sure, Zach, I'm
job,
saying, do you
yeah, sir,
not
their
see the
job
difference
is to
between-
report what the president is doing. And if it's bad, they're supposed to report that. That is exactly what they're supposed to do. Donald Trump just does more bad stuff than normal.
I don't know. Even after he was out of presidency, he was like, even 2 years into Biden's term, he was still the #1 guy on the planet. Everyone just hating the shit out of this dude. Like, homie, let the guy play his golf. He was out of office, and people still harassing him.
Because he committed crime. Should we have just fucking let Diddy
he
do
didn't
his
commit
thing too?
crimes. Come on, son. No, he didn't.
He was literally convicted of crimes.
What was he convicted of?
34 counts of falsifying
felon.
business records
No,
and furtherance of another crime.
but he wasn't. They gave him the title felon, but he didn't. They didn't actually say there was anything.
Sir, this isn't fucking.
Otherwise,
This isn't medieval fucking England,
go to
sir.
prison.
Sir, this isn't medieval England where the king comes down and gives you the title. I now knight you, felon. You have to be convicted in a court of law to be a felon, and he was.
No, okay, but what prison time did he say? What penalties did he get?
He didn't get
They
any
just convicted,
penalties.
so he gets the title felon. That's what I'm saying.
No, the only reason he didn't get penalties is because he got the presidency again.
Yeah, hold on, listen.
The
You gotta
judge
treat this
spe-
guy with some respect,
The
homeboy
judge
Donald.
specifically said that if it wasn't for the fact that he had become president again, he would have actually had penalties.
You know, I could agree with that. I'll listen. I won't call cap on that. Okay, so why do I support Trump? Just more of his values go over than the other side, right? Like we had a choice between him and Harris, so I supported him more than Harris. Like I live in New York. We're about to have a mayoral. We're about to have a new mayor here. I think Mamdani's
Go
on so
Mamdani.
much crack that I'm going for what's his name, Como. Not because I necessarily go with a lot more of Como shit, but because Mamdani's on crack. The dude's he might be by the Diddy parties, honestly, you know?
No, I don't know. Cuomo literally was like at the Diddy parties. Like, what are you fucking talking about?
Oh, did you see Mamdani smiling? He's like, hey, I'm like, bro, every time I see him, I'm like, oh shit, bro, this guy about to do some stuff.
That might be the most racist thing I've heard in a while.
Why is that racist? What?
Yeah. It's
Like,
it's at
him
minimum
personally,
like
I just smile.
it's at
I don't
minimum
know.
like xenophobic and maybe Islamophobic.
Well, if you hate Trump,
was
are you a
creepy.
yellowphobic? No, whatever. You hate Trump himself. That's whatever. You could hate Trump. I don't think that makes people racist for hating Trump.
You said when he smiles, he freaking looks like he's up to something. I don't know if it's racist or not, but that's I'm just saying I don't know if that's racist or not, but that sounds fucking racist as shit.
Okay, fine. Listen, okay. Okay, so let's see some of the things he did. He's going for peace, which I support that. Whether got there yet.
Me too.
He's going for it.
Am I a good president?
What?
I'm going for peace too. Does that make me a good president?
Are you currently president?
Oh, so going for peace is only good if you're president?
No, but I'm saying that I'm supporting that.
So I'd be a good
So I
president.
support Trump.
Would you be a good president? You're going for peace too, huh?
The question is Trump a good president? So
Well, I'm just trying to just get some clarity, right? So any president who goes for peace is a good president.
You should for sure support that, for sure.
Okay, well, Biden did that. Trump did that in his first term. Freaking Obama did that when it came to, the Middle East. All of them did that.
I for
Except
sure
for Donald
supported that,
Trump
for
is
sure.
actually shooting down boats in Venezuela and bombing Iran. So how is that for peace?
That's for peace. That part of peace, like shooting down drug cartels, is very peaceful. for
Well,
us
hold on. But
Americans.
let's be very clear. They weren't drug cartels. They were fishing
They
boats.
were drug cartels. Fishing boats. Think they're flying drones up there shooting down fishing boats? Are
Yeah.
we joking here or what?
Yeah, sir. So did you hear what happened after they shot that last one down and there was like people that, that
Which
didn't
one, the
get killed?
submarine or the boat?
The boat. Yeah, they shot down a boat and then there were survivors, right? And so they went and collected the survivors, right? And so I don't know if you heard about this, but they actually collected all of those guys that were on the boat and they brought them to the United States so they could convict them of drug trafficking. What do you think about that?
All of the survivors?
Yeah, the survivors of the boats the military shot down.
They're trying to convict them for drugs?
Yeah.
I mean, that's why they shot the boat, for sure. That
Yeah,
makes a lot of
that would
sense.
make sense, right? Except for they didn't do that. They confirmed that they were civilians and not drug traffickers and then just sent them back to their home countries.
Maybe those are the survivors. Maybe.
Gotcha. So everyone else on the boat that they killed was a drug trafficker who deserved to die, but the people that survived all were completely innocent and need to go back to their country. Gotcha. So when the missile hit the boat, the missile. This is actually new technology. It's brand new technology. I think Boeing came up with it, or maybe it was Raytheon. So like when like a missile hits a boat now, okay, the bomb only explodes on the bad people, right? And the good people, it doesn't touch. It's this amazing. It's some amazing new technology. The bomb actually comes down and it actually sees your entire life and then judges you like Jesus at the pearly gates or Gabriel at the pearly, and it sees into your soul and it knows whether you're a good person or a bad person, and then it only shoots the bad people. It's amazing technology. It's amazing technology.
Does it sound like an agreement? Or not? Did I cut off?
Oh, just your brain, sir. Just your brain.
Okay, what else do I support? Also, we're getting out a lot of undocumented immigrants.
Right. Sir, sorry. That's enough of you for me today. Okay.
Well, there's no ICE raids going on now. Like whether we agree.
No, sir. Sorry. Maybe there was some confusion there. I'm not saying there's not ICE raids. I said I'm tired of talking to you.
Okay, I'll bring you. Listen, I'll debate you on that. Trust me, I'm very knowledgeable on that.
We're gonna debate on whether I want to talk to you or not. This is gonna be a very quick debate.
No, on the ICE raid.
I don't.
If you run out, then that means you're like.
If you run out of ice.
No.
Then there's no champagne in the champagne room.
So, do you support Trump on the ICE raids or no?
No. Have a good day, okay? Goodness gracious. I stayed on for this. This is what I stayed on for. Hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. If you guys like support the live, I do have super chats and all that fun stuff to throw up. Like Don, who sent one that said WWW Poly. I appreciate that. WWW Poly sounds like a war. Also, I'm trying to finish off the boutiques over there, so if you guys would like to help me with that, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. It just ain't Teddy. It's just not the fucking night, dude. It's just not the fucking night. It's just not the fucking night, bro. Just they all can't be winners, dog. They all can't be winners. Okay? they all can't be winners. They all can't be fucking winners, dog. Hello, how are you?
Niggerboo, jiggerboo, colored cooney, black birch monkey, brown baboony, melon muncher, chicken butt sucker, blue black silk.
Actually, that guy was somehow more intelligent than the first guy, I think. Hello, how are you?
Hello. Hi.
How old are you?
Good. I prefer not to say.
All right. Well, I don't then prefer to you for me here. Okay. All right. Man, it just ain't the night, y'all. It just ain't the night. Just some of these nights are just not the nights. Okay? So sometimes it's just not the night. All right. Tad, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. It says it's called the Santa Bomb. It knows if you are naughty or nice, and it won't check twice. That sounds like the plot of like a really good movie. That sounds like the plot of like a really awesome, like B-rated movie. You know what I'm saying? Hello, how are you?
Hey, how's it going, man?
It's going great. How old are you?
30 great.
You say you're 30 great?
Yes, sir.
Well, you know what? Good for you, man. Do you still support Trump?
I sure do.
Awesome. What's on your mind?
Well, the only reason I support him because I think he's on the right side of history.
It's insane.
Fuck me.
This is gonna be a good one, man.
No, it's not.
Don't beige rate on
No,
it.
no, it's not. It's not. We both know it's not. You and I both know it's not. Okay,
So, I mean,
I'll
I'm
bite.
not gonna
Why
like
not?
get
You know
into
what?
like
You know what? You know
macro.
what? The only reason I am going to engage with this with you, there's only one reason, and the reason
So you got that
is
50 piece.
I'm hoping that this gets rid of all of these conversations for the day, so tomorrow is amazing. Okay.
Okay.
How is Trump
Let's
on the
do it,
right
man.
side of history?
It's insane.
Please explain that to me.
Well, I mean, there's I have like two components to this. This is like a macro observation that I did. I'm politically homeless, so I don't choose either being left or right. But for the most part, I feel like he is on the right. And I didn't vote for Trump, so I believe he's on the right side of history because since the beginning of like the founding fathers, when that all started, they always had Christian beliefs, and the Constitution was based on Christian beliefs, and there's a lot of Christian beliefs in it. So if you kind of fast forward till now, all the Democratic parties as of recent have moved away from that. And even so bad that, when Trump and a lot of people that were Democrats transitioned over to the Republic because it was so bad, it got so bad. And that's what it is. I mean, from the beginning, there was the Christian.
This is not a Christian nation. No, and the Constitution is not Christian. How many times is God mentioned in the Bible, in the Constitution?
Like 6 times.
1 time.
Okay, but that's what they said. There's no king, and they all follow God as a king, and there's no ruler but God. So
Let me see if I got the article right. I'm trying to remember my Constitution and make sure that this is the correct one.
towards the end, it says.
Yep, right here. So it is Clause 3 of Section 6 of Supreme Law. The senators and representatives before mentioned and the members of the several state legislatures and all exclusive and judicial officers, both the United States and several states, shall be bound by oath or affirmation to support this Constitution. But no religious test shall ever be given as a qualification to any office or public trust under the Constitution. That is the only time that is mentioned, God or religion is mentioned any time whatsoever within the Constitution at all. So how are you saying that somehow makes it a Christian document?
So it's not a Christian. It was created with Christian beliefs. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
The Treaty of Tripoli was one of the first sounding documents from our founding fathers in the United States before the Constitution, and it specifically designates that this country is not or should not ever be a Christian nation. John Adams is quoted as saying that this nation would be this nation. John Adams was quoted as saying that this country would be better if religion never existed.
No, I'm not saying it's a Christian nation. I'm saying it was built and put together with Christian beliefs.
Sir, are you just saying? Are you saying Christian beliefs because it said you shouldn't kill people and that's a Christian belief? Because guess what? That's just that's just a belief of everyone.
Yeah. So, that's what I'm just saying. Like it's gone so bad that the whole nation, as it stands now, everyone has transitioned away from the Democratic Party because they have really. They dropped the ball. Like I really enjoyed like when Bill Clinton was in office and all that, but they kind of dropped the ball on their side, and it just feels like it just got more effed up as it continued, and people just jump shit, man. And so
let me get this straight. So the last 10 recessions in the United States have been under Republicans. So that means that the Democrats are fucking up and everybody's running away.
Yeah, like I said, I like Clinton in office. It was great, but everyone that was in that group, like, Obama, Hillary, and Harris, like, they just really went so far left and so radical.
What was radical and so far left?
Pretty much just, forcing, different ideologies, like the transgender thing. Like in California, they were trying to push that agenda through to little kids, and force them.
No, you just said Obama and Harris. What did Obama and Harris do that was so far left?
I'm saying like Biden, because Biden.
All right, what did Biden do that was so far left?
it just happened. He allowed it, like in like Democratic states like California.
He
I know a
allowed
lot of people
states to
that
do what
moved.
states want to do.
I'm just saying they were gonna the nation didn't want that to continue anymore. That's why
Didn't what to
that's why they got
continue?
so bad. Their whole the whole thing of pushing the LGBT ideology. In
What
school
policy from
systems
any
and
of them
little kids,
pushed the LGBTQ ideology?
they allowed it to happen.
Allowed what to? Dude. Oh my fucking god. See, I knew this wasn't going to be a good conversation. I knew it. Okay, I knew it. Okay, sir. If you're saying that Obama and Harris did something, okay. First of all, Harris doesn't get to allow anything. She was just the vice president. She doesn't allow shit. Okay.
I'm just saying the party in general. I'm not trying to get like.
Sir,
I'm not trying to
Trump
have like a
allowed it
micro
then. So did
conversation.
fucking
Like, in
Bush
general,
allowed it
everyone
because
saw
that's
that.
just people existing. So what you're saying is they allowed people to exist?
No, they allowed for people to share information to little kids that could even they can't even
What
spell or do
information?
math, but they're trying to in regards to LGBT or
What
whatever,
information?
acronyms of it's okay to do different things. It's okay if you see this. It's okay
If you
but
see
these
what?
kids can't even like read or do math, and they're trying to force this down their throat.
Force,
And
sir,
these are
sir,
kids
sir,
from
sir,
other
sir,
parents
sir.
with
Shh.
different beliefs.
Shh. Be quiet.
In general.
What did they force upon them? It's a simple question.
They forced the ideology.
What idea, sir? And I want you to be specific. What specifically did they teach them?
It was like the LGBT, the whole movement, that.
So that's
everyone
still
was
not
against.
answering the question. What specifically did they tell them?
Well, they read books. They had.
What did
actual
the book say?
transsexuals reading books to classrooms.
They had
You can pull it up.
They had who reading? They had who reading books in classrooms?
And these books are right there.
Gotcha.
But
So
I
just a
physically
second
went to
ago,
the
you were
Barnes
mad
and-
about kids not being able to read, but apparently now we've already gotten to we shouldn't be reading books to kids. That didn't take long. But regardless of any of that, sir, there were not a single curriculum that included freaking any LGBTQ plus pushing ideology in a single curriculum in a single state in the United States. Period. There was, sir. I've asked you to, sir. I asked you to tell me what it was, and you couldn't answer. So now it's time for you to be quiet. Okay. I've asked you like 5 times to answer the question, and now you're not. So I'm answering the question now.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. That doesn't exist in a single one, except for a couple schools that had libraries where it just had gay people existing, which apparently has just been like the biggest fucking problem for fucking Republicans in existence ever. Is just literally the idea that there is a book that kids can read that just says, hey guys, somewhere in your life you might meet 2 men that love each other, and that's okay. And apparently this is just Democrats at their secret cabal meeting just shoving just down their throats like, oh my God, somebody exists that does not like the same type of stuff in bed that I like, I think, even though for some reason I'm so afraid of it because I think it turns me on a little bit. There's just all these things that I either understand or I want to try, but Jesus says I can't. So now I hate everyone for it because I wanted to kiss a man when I was in high school, but Jesus told me no, even though Jesus never actually said that. Jesus told me no, and my parents wouldn't let me.
No, so I mean that right now, I mean that's the start. That's the start. That's how things start. But these kids are so young. It's too early, bro. It's too early. They don't even know how to spell or do math, and you just want to feed this knowledge what they don't even comprehend, but tell them it's okay to do.
First of all, kids understand quite a bit. Okay. Second of all,
No,
if
bro,
they can't
trust me.
read,
Do you have a kid?
sir,
Do you have a kid in
yes, I
school?
do, sir. If the kids
How
can't
old?
read, then how were they reading the books about the LGBTQ plus people?
There was transgender teachers teaching them and reading them out loud and really breaking it
So
down
there's
to that.
transgender teachers
other
just teaching
children
subjects.
from other parents. That's what I'm saying. Like, would you let your kid go in that classroom?
Hold on. Yeah, of course I would. Fucking would. Of course I would. What the fuck? Why does the fuck did that bother me? Sorry, I just got the biggest compliment ever. Hold on.
Get it?
I'm trying to find it so I can throw it up there. Oh my god! Please don't tell me I missed it. Where's it at?
But so I mean, I'm just kind of deterred from that because it doesn't go based off what started as the whole American Constitution. It just goes away from that, and that's why I think.
How does it
Trump
go
won,
away from the
because it was
American Constitution?
what the founding fathers believed in. That was not.
What did they
there at
believe
that
in?
time,
They
and
believe.
now it's kind of heading back that direction. It's heading back that direction, and to be
Like people
honest,
that come to Constitution believe that people should own people.
yeah, I mean, overall, like.
Do you
world's
believe that
pretty
people should
effed
own
up.
people?
No, not at all.
Well, the founding fathers did. And since you
Certain
seem to be,
did. Yeah,
and since
Democrats
you
started the
seem,
KKK,
sir,
Democrats started the
and since
KKK,
you
and
drive,
that shit happened. Who cares?
since you drive your morality from the founders, the people that wrote the Constitution, you should also believe that slavery is good, right?
I don't, and I wouldn't do it, and I don't agree with it.
Oh, okay. So you don't drive your morality from the founders of the Constitution.
I'm just talking where we're at right now and why.
Well, then let's talk
Trump
about
because
where
he's
we're
on the
at
right
right
side
now.
of
Are we
history.
talking about what the founding fathers believed, or are we talking about what is going on right now? I'm confused.
So in general, I'm not trying to dissect it. This is like a macro overlook of everything and where we at now. Like,
No,
of
this
course,
isn't a macro
nothing was
outlook. This
perfect
isn't
in
an
the
any type
beginning.
of outlook or whatever. You said that apparently the founding fathers apparently said that trans people shouldn't exist, which isn't true at all. Or they said, hey, you shouldn't teach kids about, LGBTQ plus community, which they didn't say at all. But apparently you are freaking making this huge comment about the founding fathers, but the founding fathers didn't think women should be able to
I'm just
have,
saying the
their
traditional
own
values in
jobs or
general. The
their
traditional
own
values-
money. And
the traditional values in
do you
general
ever heard of the rule of thumb?
Yeah.
What's the rule of
Just
thumb?
the traditional values.
Yeah,
pretty
like the
much.
traditional
They're
value, like the
coming
rule of
back and
thumb, right?
people- Say that one more time.
The traditional values, like the rule of thumb.
No, like the Christian values.
Yeah, the old Christian
that-
values, like the rule of thumb that back in the day where there was a law that was held up by the Supreme Court, by the way, right? A law that you could beat your wife, okay, as long as the stick wasn't larger than your thumb. Okay, those were actually traditional Christian values, okay, that were within our laws in the United States that was upheld by the Supreme Court, actually.
Yeah, and that I'm sure that happened in the caveman era too. But like right now,
This was
in
like
modern society,
not even 100 years ago.
Okay, but now in modern society, everyone, like just the whole Democratic Party, how they just pushed it, and everyone just got tired of it in general. Like the whole Black Lives Matter movement. Trump got more votes, even with like Mexican Americans, African Americans, and before. Like everyone's over it, bro. Everyone's tired of that shit.
Dude, it wasn't even 20% of black men.
Bro, the numbers speak. I mean, he.
Sir, you're right. The numbers do speak. It wasn't 20% of black men, and black women were like nothing. It was like 2% of black women or some shit.
But I mean, for the most part,
that shows
like,
you how
what I
much
could
smarter
tell
black
people-
women are than black men. It's crazy.
So, I mean, for what I could recommend to people nowadays, just don't believe everything you see on TV or hear. In general, like you gotta look at people's actions. Don't like, bro. If you watch CNN or Fox or whatever, you're gonna get brainwashed. Any which way.
So how'd you get your brain rot?
I don't. I think
Oh.
for myself, I do my due diligence, and I'm a leader, bro. I don't follow anyone.
God,
So, for the
please,
most part-
God, I hope that's not true.
God,
please, with everything I have, I hope that's not true. But anyways, I'm gonna move on so I can hopefully get to Jess. I'm glad I got you out of the
I
way.
do have one more component.
No, you
I
don't.
do have one more
Please,
component.
don't call back tomorrow, okay?
I'm not.
All right,
You have a good
awesome. You too. All right. Please don't, or ever, That's also cool. That's also cool. Yeah, just never sounds great. All right, guys. I said I'd give you till 9:30. That's 22 more minutes. Let's see what we got up next. Francesca, thank you so much for the bravo. I appreciate that. With the $5, I really appreciate that. Lovely Goddess, Obama tan suit was far left. That was just pure jealousy, okay? That was just pure jealousy. Because he looks so good in that tan suit. That's all it was. I mean, if I ever run for office, I'm getting a tan suit. I'm telling you, if I ever run for office, I'm getting a tan suit. All right. I'm telling you. I bet you I can pull it off too. Bet you I can. I need to get a little more salt and pepper first. Jen, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Said, I wish I had the confidence of a mediocre white man. Bro, me and you both. I'll tell you what. Goodness gracious. Mine speaks. The color sounds. But thanks for the $10. I appreciate that. The color sounds black, but I can wrong. But if he is, we should ask them or anybody why they support someone who said black people will grow up to be criminals. Bro, if you black and support Trump, you fucking wildin', bro. You fucking weird. That's fucking weird. Like, I mean, if you're white, at least I know you're doing it for like, because I don't know, you racist or something. If you're doing it, you're black. That's crazy. Thank you so much, Mindspeak. Ramon, thank you so much for the $5 over on Cash App. Said the founding fathers had makeup and wigs. Valid. Trans as fuck, bro. Fucking at least minimum drag queens, man. Those are some queens up in there, bro. Washington? See that wig he had on? Fucking queen, bro. Fucking wearing heels and everything. Tights. They're strutting down the streets, all right? Thank you so much, Ron. John Richter, thank you so much for the $5. Said my B-Day is the day after tomorrow. Wanted to share. Happy birthday, John. Happy birthday. And I won't be on the day after tomorrow, so I'm going to wish you happy birthday right now. Happy birthday to you. Can we get some happy birthdays in the chat? Happy birthday, dear John. Happy birthday to you. Woo! Vicky said her birthday is on Sunday. I will be on Sunday, though. You guys know Ari's birthday is next week, too. She's on Tuesday. Yeah. And Shay, huge W's in the chat for Shay for the $50 super chat. I really, really appreciate that. Says, sorry for your rough night. I hope this helps. It really, really does. Honestly, it really, really does. Thank you so much, Shay. That is keeping me going for these last few callers. I'll tell you that much. That is keeping me going with these last few callers. Goodness gracious, I'm telling you what. That is keeping me going with these last few callers, man. All right. Thank you so much, Shay. Big dozy chat for Shay. All right, we're going to try to get one more. We're going to open these phone lines one more again. One more again. I know it's going to be a blagga. I know it's going to be a blagga or something crazy. All right. I know it's going to be a blagga, something crazy. Hello?
A blagga, and I got blagga hater here, nigger. You know what's up, sir? I'm already.
All right. Well, that was a waste of time. All right. I thought we'd get one more. Do I have anybody in my TikTok chat? Maybe I have someone in my TikTok chat. Let's see. Who are you? Let's see who you are. We're all scared, okay? Hello?
Yes. Are you the YouTuber?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay. It's all right. I just can't see the screen now. I'm just wondering, what do you say about like Democrats, how they basically were for deportating before, like Trump, and now they're against it? You don't think it's fake rage?
Who said that they're against deportations?
Well, I just put in the link. A video of Obama, Clinton, Hillary, Schumer,
all saying to deport illegals.
What did they say?
Now,
No. What have they said against Donald Trump's deportations?
no, that's what they're egging on. Basically, that he's wrong about deporting illegals.
And how was he wrong?
No, I'm saying that's what they say. I think he's right.
Yeah.
even
What
though I
are
think
they saying he's wrong about, sir? What are they saying he's wrong about?
Well, they're saying that they're not. AOC is saying that it's not even a crime to basically come here illegally. and
It's
that
actually
okay for them
it's
to
actually
come.
a civil infraction, technically.
Well, okay, if you wanna go in technicality, then I guess you can do that. But the point is, they're not against it.
Oh, sir, I don't know why you think Democrats would be against deporting people. The Democrats are against ICE becoming the largest law enforcement agent on the planet. They're ripping people out of their houses, not even finding out whether they're undocumented or not, ripping people who have been here 10, 15, 20 years, using the IRS, people who are working, okay, and paying taxes. Hold on, sir, I'm not finished.
Okay.
Working and paying taxes and trying to rip them away using the immigration system, literally taking people out of their immigration court hearings that are trying to do things legally and ripping them away from their families and deporting them. Okay. Literally taking people that are legally here and ripping away their legal status in order to deport them, sending people to foreign torture prisons who have committed no crime. Okay. That is what they're against. Why are you not against those things?
I can't speak to the accusation you're saying about them taking them to other facilities or something like that, or other countries. But I'm saying specifically that they're kicking them out. I think that that's perfectly fine.
Sir,
I mean,
if that's
they are
all he
here
was
illegally.
doing, if that's all he was doing, okay, without the, deporting over 170 American citizens, all right, the thousands of freaking detentions of American citizens, children being ripped away from their fucking families, being left on the street naked, zip tied, okay, without all the inhumane treatment that Donald Trump is doing, then you might have a point. But Donald Trump is treating people inhumanely. He's treating people horribly. And he's breaking the law a lot of times in actually doing that by sending masked armed agents without any badges or anything like that to then arrest people and throw people in the back of the vans and kidnap people. Again, people that they don't even know are undocumented immigrants. Literally people that are documented and here are showing ICE their identification, showing them that they're legally here. ICE is taking it and freaking ripping it up and throwing them in the back of vans anyway.
Yeah, but you know how licenses can be easily forfeited.
Oh, okay. So everybody with a license, we should just ignore and pretend they're illegal then.
Well then.
So if
then how would you
ICE
be able
comes, sir, if ICE comes up to you and says, "Hey, we're deporting you," what would you do?
Well, I'd have to show them some type of documentation other than a license.
Well, sir, you know how easily that documentation can be forged, right? So I guess we can't trust that.
Yeah,
so now
but
what are you going to do?
Once you give a social security number, that can be verified.
Well, sir, social security numbers can be forged.
I don't think so. I think they have
Sir, it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna take your social security number and I'm just gonna write it down here and then I'm gonna stick it in my pocket. And now you're detained anyway until we can figure it out. So you're gonna be in prison. You're gonna be.
You already do that.
You're gonna be
You
in
do that
jail
with
for the
any-
next.
any,
You're gonna be
go
in.
ahead.
You're gonna be in jail for the next day or so. 2 days.
Yeah, but
you might get
okay,
fired from your job.
I get it, but you already do that anyway. It's if someone
we do
is
that for
accused
people
of something.
for people on misdemeanors. Do we
okay,
do
if
we go
someone-
and detain people and throw them in prison for days on end without even criminal charges or anything like that for jaywalking or speeding?
No, I'm not talking about jaywalking or speeding. I'm talking about like if someone's accused of murder, even before they have the full proof of it, they arrest them and then they put them on bail. But I mean, it's not like they just let them go free because they say that they didn't do it.
Well, sir, that would be called an indictment, okay, or an arraignment. All right. And you do have to show causal evidence, a probable cause, even at that.
Yeah.
And that's what's called due process. Tara, thank you so much for the gold mine. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. That would be called due process. And none of these migrants, okay, are getting that due process. Okay.
But
None
you
of them
did say-
none of them are having evidence presented in front of a judge. None of them are getting arraignment or bail. Okay. None of them are having evidence actually produced to show of any of this stuff. None of them are getting that. Okay. And let's be very clear that murder is about the highest felony you can have in the United States, and an illegal entry into this country is a like Class C misdemeanor.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It's still illegal.
Sir, again, sir, again, okay, even for misdemeanors in the United States that are illegal, okay, you still are required that you're treated humanely and have a certain level of due process. All right.
Yeah, I agree. They should be.
But Donald Trump's not giving that to these people. ICE is not giving that to these people. Okay. If you're
I
here,
don't think they're allowed to like how you said, like take people's clothes off or something like that. I don't even think they have that authority. Maybe there might be some people that do that, but I don't think Trump gives them that authority to do that.
Sir, Trump is emboldening them to treat people inhumanely. Okay? And when you treat people inhumanely, then people act within that inhumane framework. Okay? And Obama deported a whole bunch of people. Clinton deported a whole bunch of people. Okay? And there were certain times within that where they treated people inhumanely and not correctly, right? Like the whole, I don't know, how old you say you were?
Well, 41.
41. Awesome. So you're just older than me, so you can remember this, right? The kids in cages things in the Obama administration, right?
Yeah.
Horrible things, right? And the left went apeshit because they were treating people inhumanely. There was no difference, okay, between when Obama was treating someone inhumanely and Trump was treating people humanely from the side of the left. The difference is, hold on. The difference is when the left protested and the left lost their fucking minds in Obama changed his way of doing things to stop treating people inhumanely. Okay, when we do it to Trump treats people more inhumanely for even bringing it up.
If he's treating them inhumanely, I understand, and I think it's right to be angry with him. I just don't remember any rage when Obama was doing it. To be honest, I don't remember them saying anything about deporting.
Thank you so much, Heathen. I just threw it up there because that's exactly right. But go ahead. Yeah, well, there was tons of rage. If you weren't paying attention, man, it was there. I specifically remember it as somebody that was super plugged into the left. We were hot, bro. The left was hot. Okay. But that's the difference, right? The left, okay, Democrats, the left, when their presidents are doing, or their politicians in general are doing bad things, we hold them accountable. We hold them accountable for the inhumane things, for the anti-constitutional things, for the illegal things. We hold our politicians to a certain level of accountability. Even if we like what they're doing, okay, we hold them to a level of accountability. That is something that people on the right, MAGA, Trump supporters, Republicans, refuse to do. You guys refuse to hold Trump to a level of accountability and of decency that the left holds their politicians to.
Well, I assuming that they actually did have rage, although I don't remember, but assuming it's true, I personally don't agree with not even his tweets, like that stupid tweet that he had with the jet or whatever flying over people and defecating on them. I think that was stupid. But I don't know if all Republicans are on board, especially how you said, like with the getting people naked and stuff like that. I think that most Republicans would not agree with that.
Right, but most Republicans aren't going to do enough research to find out what's going on. Most people, like when I tell you these things are happening, you don't even know what I'm talking about.
I've heard of one case where they did it with a woman, and once again, I didn't see it. I saw it on another
thousands,
stream. But other than that, I don't know too many.
There've been thousands of people, that have been ripped out of their freaking houses. That freaking fathers of Marines, actual real veterans in this country have been detained and attempted to be deported in this country. Okay, with Donald Trump's policies, we have had children ripped away. They lost like what, 1,200, 1,500, 1,700, something. I don't even remember the number. It was ridiculous, somewhere between like 1,200 and 1,600, I think. They lost them. They just lost them. We have no idea. They just are disappearing people in this country.
But wouldn't it be really quick to determine if someone's illegal or not?
Sir, it's quick to determine it if you care. Okay? But Stephen Miller, who is pretty much running this whole fucking show over here, has been very, very clear. Okay, he doesn't give a fuck whether you're illegal or not. He doesn't want brown people here. He is a very well-known racist and fascist in this country. Okay, and he's running this whole fucking thing.
Well, whoever voted for him, I think, is at fault for that. If they
No one voted for him.
person.
Donald Trump appointed him after you voted for Donald Trump. Because we told you guys that freaking he was going to go with Project 2025, which was on his website and was his game plan, okay, and caused for the largest mass deportation since the Mexican Repatriation Act, all right?
But what makes you say that
saw over 1 million people, 1 million American citizens deported.
Why do you say that he's racist though? Like what did he say that
Stephen Miller?
specifically? Yeah.
Dude, I literally don't have the time.
Go
look up Stephen Miller. Look at what he said about things like stop and frisk. Dude.
But no, you're saying specifically that he doesn't like brown people.
That dude don't like anybody that's not white. Okay.
But I mean, you're making that assumption. If you give me like a good quote, I can agree.
He is openly racist. He's a literal fucking neo-Nazi.
Give one quote where he said it so we can look it up. I mean, if it's true, then by all means, I'm against it. But
okay, well,
I mean, do you have a quote?
I could gladly pull up 1,000 different quotes and different things that Stephen Miller says, but I think it's a lot better, okay, if you just go fucking research it on your own, dude. Like, I don't need to prove this to you. Like, I really don't. Like, I really don't care to. Okay? Like, we could sit here and we could go through all the freaking horrific things that fucking Stephen Miller has said and done. Also, we could go through, we really could. Okay? We really could. All right? But truthfully, I think it would just be so much better for like you and for the sanity of everybody else here. Okay? For you to just go look it up, dude. Like, for real.
Okay. I'll do that.
And if you, how about this? I will make you a deal. Okay? I will make you a deal. If you go look up Stephen Miller, like, and the racist shit that he has done and said, okay? If you go look it up and you're like, man, I looked it all up and I think he's not racist at all, then please come back onto my live. We will discuss that in depth. Okay?
But okay, maybe it's true about Miller, but what about Trump? I mean, he dated a black woman. He used to frequent black clubs, friends with black civil rights leaders, and then they still made it out that, and like with the Muslim ban, Obama had the same ban, but for some reason when Trump did it, then they call it a Muslim ban.
Sir, Donald Trump hired Stephen Miller.
So yes, Stephen may be. I don't know of any quotes, but let's assume that he is. But when they lied about
Donald Trump is literally currently, and I mean currently, okay, rolling back 90% of the fucking Civil Rights Act right now.
The civil rights, they had like 3/5 vote segregation. You're talking about that?
Well, I'm talking that's before that, right? We're talking about like the 1960s, right? Like the Voting Rights Act, the Civil Rights Act, the thing that actually freaking allowed us to start having like, you know, like actual, like some form and some minor form of equality within this country for black people, right? Like the Supreme Court just this week, okay, upheld that you can't use race as an ability to draw districts for gerrymandering. All right. So before that,
thing, right?
No, it's not. It's a horrific thing. Okay. The reason why race was introduced is because Republicans were using it to make sure that they could split up the black vote. All right. In order for none of their votes to matter when it came to congressional districts.
Yeah. So you're saying they shouldn't be allowed to use race.
Sir. What they were doing before is they were looking at race and they were making sure they were splitting up the black vote. What the Voting Rights Act did is that you can't do that. You can't split people based off of race. Sorry, they haven't ruled yet. They heard arguments on it this week and they're poised to do it. Sorry, my bad. I apologize. Okay? Now, if this is overturned, it's going to say, yes, you can look at all the black people in your state and in your districts and put and freaking break them up by race to make sure that not a single black vote in this country, in this state fucking matters at all. Do you think that's okay? Do you think it's okay for states to be able to go, I want to make sure that I split up the black vote for where not a single black vote in this state matters towards a congressional district? Do you think that that's a good thing?
Well, it shouldn't depend upon race at all.
Gotcha, sir. So do you think it's a good thing that states will now have the ability to look at race and be able to split it up, okay, to make sure that black people never have a vote in your state?
But you're saying they weren't able to do that prior?
No, they had to look at it, so they could not do that, right? So before, like right now, if this thing isn't overturned, a state right now cannot just like look at race and then try to split it up, okay? They have to take race into account, and they can't purposely try to split up the vote, okay? And if they do, they can be sued under the Voting Rights Act that their policies are racist, right?
Yeah, that'd be good to
if
call it out.
If the Voting Rights Act is overturned, they can't be sued for it. They're allowed to do it.
Well, as long as it doesn't get passed, that's a good thing, I guess.
Sir, the Trump White House under Stephen Miller is the one suing to get rid of it.
Mm-hmm. Well, if that... And he made the proposal, you're saying?
Yes, dude, they're the ones who are suing. That is what is up at the Supreme Court right now for them to do it, okay? Like, what they are doing is they are overturning freaking civil rights under the guise of DEI. I saw someone say that as I was going to say it. Under the guise of DEI. All these things that they're saying they're overturning that are DEI, they are literally just step by step by step taking away 1960s laws under the Civil Rights Act that were made in order, okay, to have some sort of equality and civil rights within the United States government, okay? And they are attacking them one by one by one by one by one by one by one, okay? This is what is happening currently under the Trump administration, okay? So I'm sorry, him having a picture with Jesse Jackson doesn't mean a flying fuck to me, man.
Well, that on its own is not enough. I agree with you. I just, on the whole of all the other things, I think it was unjustified. And he denounced white supremacists as well. And then they cut that out in the CNN clips, like they edited out.
No, he didn't denounce white supremacists. He didn't denounce white supremacists. And then later on, 5 minutes down the road, answered a different question, which attempted to do that. Okay, he was asked specifically about neo-Nazis, and said that there was good people on both sides. Okay?
Yeah, but if you see that whole clip, I can give you the clip.
I have watched that clip probably 500 fucking times, and I am not joking.
And he denounces them,
I am
doesn't he?
explaining it to you what it says. Okay, I am explaining it to you. I'm in the middle of it. Okay, he is specifically asked, what about the freaking neo-Nazis that were there? And he said, look, there was good people on both sides. Okay?
Yep, he said that. I agree.
So he was asked about neo-Nazis, did not freaking say anything about them, and then said there was good people on both sides. Then 5 minutes down the road, asked a different question and said, look, I don't like the neo-Nazis or whatever, but we have this other problem. All right? One doesn't negate the other. Okay, you don't get to not condemn the neo-Nazis when specifically asked about it, and then freaking say something against them like later on, and that somehow negates the first part. He still didn't condemn them in that first statement. In another statement,
okay, but he did in the second though.
Okay, but that doesn't, sir. If I freaking if I don't even know what to say, dude. If I come up here and say freaking something freaking really really great about a freaking certain 1930s German dictator, okay, named Hitler. Right? If I say something really, really awesome about him and how much I love his policies, and then sir,
go ahead.
And then tomorrow I get on live and say, well, I don't really like the guy. Does that negate my previous statement?
No, he was trying to say that there were people for the statue being up and people against it, and both of them had valid points. But when it came to the white supremacists and neo-Nazis, he said specifically that they're bad people, and he condemned them.
No,
I mean,
said
what more?
There was good people on both sides when asked about the neo-Nazis.
Yeah,
and then later on, made a different statement trying to condemn them. But that's what I just asked you, sir. Does a later statement negate the first statement?
that there's good people on both sides.
Sir, if I asked you, are there good people in the KKK? What do you say?
But he didn't.
Sir,
that
I'm
wasn't
asking
the
you. I'm
question.
not asking Donald Trump, and I'm not saying that was a question. I asked you a question. If I'm saying that, what do you say?
I would say the practices of the KKK are despicable.
Oh, so but I'm sure there's good people in there, right?
But he was talking about the people that were supporting the statue.
Sir,
There's a
why are you
difference
talking
between
about Donald
supporting
Trump? I'm talking about you.
I'm
asking you right now
about the KKK.
What do you feel about neo-Nazis?
I would say that it's a disgusting thing to do.
Then
base
why couldn't
people on their
Donald Trump
race.
just say that the first time? Why did we need to wait 5 minutes,
Why-
have a whole different conversation about it in order to get to that fucking point? If you, right now in this fucking conversation, when asked about neo-Nazis, can easily and unequivocally say that they are bad, then why can't the fucking president of the United States?
Well, I'll tell you why. Because he saw that the reporter was leading with the question. That's why, and then he addressed it afterwards as well. So
This is
that
called
it's not misconstrued.
sane washing. This is called sane
I mean,
washing.
so you're saying he's a racist and he dated a black model? I mean, it doesn't make sense. I
Sir,
would, if I was
I'm pretty
racist,
sure
I would-
Donald Trump would fucking sleep with whoever would let him. Okay, black,
I
white, or
mean,
Asian.
That doesn't
But,
sound like
sir,
racism to me.
sir,
I mean, if you
sir,
think they're lower than you,
do you think that Epstein had pictures of people that he didn't rape?
what do you?
Do you
That he
think
had
Epstein
people-
had pictures with women that he didn't rape?
Probably.
Oh, okay. Well, then he probably didn't do anything on Epstein Island because he has pictures with people that he didn't do bad things with.
It's insane.
Sorry, you're gonna have to repeat that because I don't.
Well,
I'm
obviously,
not
then
following you.
Epstein didn't do the bad things that he's accused of, right? Because he has other pictures with people he didn't do bad things with.
Yeah, but I mean, by definition, if you're racist, you don't want to be around black people. You look down on them, and why would you sleep with them if
Yeah,
you think
Donald
they're less
Trump
than you?
actually sleeping with somebody is like one of the most putting down things that you can be. It's literally called getting fucked. It's an entire fucking
come
like
on. I
saying
mean,
in this
that's
fucking
a-
country, literally in specifically in different countries and in fucking even in biblical times when they talk about it, right? Literally having sex with someone is a
so that
form
means
of
if
power.
you ever have sex with
Sir,
someone, you hate
it's
them.
a power over someone.
Oh,
It is
man.
literally what it is. Okay. Donald Trump cheated on his first wife with his second wife with his third wife with a porn star while he was pregnant, and then paid off that porn star. Donald Trump doesn't have respect for women regardless of the color.
Okay, but I've seen the interview with his previous girlfriend, and she said they got along fine, and he was a nice man
Oh
to her.
my fucking God, dude. If a slave owner raped his slave and then fucking treated
That's
her
not-
nice
dude,
afterwards, does that mean that he didn't do the rape to begin with?
What does a
I
slave
don't
owner
give
have to do
a
with?
hey, listen. Okay, maybe I don't know how to make this any more fucking clear, so I'm gonna make it as dumbed down as I possibly can right now. Okay? Good actions towards black people don't negate bad actions towards black people. Don't get to just do good actions towards black people, and sometimes it negates your racism. Your racism is still valid regardless of how nice you are to some black model that you wanted to fuck.
He was to Tyson as well.
Oh, okay. Well, to one model he wanted to fuck, and Mike Tyson and Jesse Jackson and Kanye West. Cool.
I mean, at what point what does he have to do at a certain point to basically say that
Not
he's
do
not
racist shit.
after he denounced?
He needs to not do racist shit.
So you're saying specifically the proposal that was brought by Steve Miller.
I'm talking about his 50-year history of doing racist shit.
I understand that he did what do you call it? He tried to do not allow certain people into his buildings, but that you could be misconstruing that race as people over lower incomes because he didn't want people there, which is not necessarily a good thing on its own, but that's not necessarily a race thing.
Okay.
I mean, if you're talking about a 50-year history, I don't see what history in his past that you would say,
Oh, he's calling for the
Would-
execution of 5 innocent black men. His freaking refusal to freaking rent apartments to black
He
people.
did-
His remote. No, shh. I'm not.
I read that
I'm not
article.
even near fucking done. I haven't even begun to start. His removing of black and women dealers off his casino floors, his removing of black and women dealers off of fucking out of his bars at his casinos and his hotel staff when he removed them in order to accommodate freaking high rollers and other constituents of his hotel. When he said he didn't want anybody that didn't want anyone black counting his money, he only let people that count his money that wore yarmulkes. When he freaking made comments about not black people not running companies when he was a president of The Apprentice. When he had dinners with people like Nick Fuentes and David Duke, the leader of the KKK at Mar-a-Lago, when he's literally under multiple suits right now for racial profiling with ICE currently. Okay, his derogatory comments towards indigenous people and Indian people in this country. Dude, we could go on forever and ever 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 and ever. There are literal entire websites that are dedicated to the racist shit that Donald Trump has done. Quotes. I'm not going to sit here and defend one piece of it with you. It's everything he's done.
I mean, you have the website with a list of the stuff that he did. I'm assuming that there's probably one that compiles it.
Here's one of them. Not even a complete one, but yeah, sure. I'll put it up on the screen for you.
Okay. Does it also show up on the phone chats? Because I'm not on my computer now.
Yep, it's called Donald Trump's Long History of Racism from the 1970s to 2020. Apparently it's under a paywall now, but it didn't used to be. Everyone's going to a paywall now. I'm sure there's plenty more, though.
Probably it's harder to do AI, filtering, scraping the info with AI, I'm guessing.
Yeah. But, sir, I'm not going to go through every single instance with you. It's just ridiculous. It's a waste of time.
Yeah,
okay?
If there's a bunch of them, then that's a different story.
But truly, sir, it does not matter. Either even if he's not a racist, which I believe he is, okay? Even if he's not a racist, okay? He literally hires racists into his White House to do his bidding for him. And that's fucking racist. Okay? Because if you hire racists and allow them to do racist shit under your administration, then you're a racist. Or at least you're complicit with racism at the minimum. Okay? And I don't support that. Okay?
Yep.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to get off the phone with you. I hope you have a good evening, all right? And please go look up Stephen Miller. Go do some research, okay?
Yeah.
All right, man. Have a good one.
No, take care.
Yeah, bye. That was the only decent color of the whole fucking night. That was actually after 2 hours and 40 minutes, the best color of the night. Isn't that fucking crazy? Isn't that fucking crazy? I'm getting awful on my head. Mindspeak, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Said, I'm sorry for my profanity to all damn, but I got frustrated with the color remarks. Sorry, I don't care about your profanity. I'm adjusting the stream chat thing. I'm working on it. Okay. I'm trying to get it to where it works better for y'all. All right. Anyways. Oh, shoot. Sorry. And Tara, thank you so much. Big W's in chat for Tara. I almost forgot to look. Tara, thank you so much for the $50 over on Venmo. I really, really appreciate that. Said, thank you for being a caring human being. Thank you for caring about human beings, my friend. Big W's in chat for Tara for that huge $50 super chat. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I got to get offline, y'all. I have been on for way too fucking long. I am fucking tired. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Okay, I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay, bye. Hit that follow button and subscribe button. Bye.